Let's get it, baby. If you ain't got a drink in your hand, go ahead, grab one. Go ahead, grab one.
It's the Long B.
Hey, cigar, baby.
Okay.
Nah, y'all know I ain't make a slow run, but hey, we gonna get this show rolling high and roll, baby.
What's going
My
on?
bad, man. Hey, what's
Hold on,
going on,
chill out,
everybody?
chill
What's going
out.
on? What's
Gentlemen
going on,
Club.
everybody? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling, man? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Gentlemen's Club, man. Like I said, man, this is my boy Mike. This is my boy Jock. We are all co-hosts, man. My name is formerly SB, or Justice, however you want to put it, man. Welcome everybody into the live stream, man. Definitely happy to see y'all, man. Um, in a nutshell, man, look, we're gonna get it started here. We're gonna let my boy start off. We're gonna start with Jock, but on the mic. Just introducing ourselves, letting y'all know who we are, and from there, man, yeah, we're gonna go into it, man. So, Jock, you can take it away.
What's going on, y'all, man? My name Jock. Um, Jock, I'm in the Navy, you feel me? Single father out here in these streets, doing it, been doing it. Uh, Raised my son by myself, you feel me? 27 years old, currently stationed in Virginia. But I
Double
mean, that's just
embedded.
me in a nutshell. That's just me in a nutshell, you feel me?
What's up, baby? Y'all know Big Mike, or if people want to be cordial with it, Micah. But nah, call me Mike. Y'all already know what it is. I'm the married one out the group, taking care of my own, keep mine down, and we just gonna get this show rolling, get it popping.
Absolute,
We
bro.
got a gentleman
Absolute,
club, baby. You better have some fun with us.
absolute, absolute, man. And for those who don't know me, man, my name is Justice SB, whatever you want to call me, man. I'll do streaming on the side, but myself, man, I raised my son for the first 3, 4 years. Um, then I kind of got into the point where we actually exchanged. My son is actually back with his mom now, going to school out of Virginia. But I do have 2 kids, got a son and a daughter. Currently in a relationship. Uh, But yeah, man, I'm just here doing my thing, bro. So, this podcast, just so y'all know, man, is all about perspective. Not necessarily having a voice for men, but having a voice for a man type. You know what I'm saying? So, end of the day, everything we say is opinionated and kind of solely based on what we feel and what we believe. So, I don't want anybody thinking, man, this is just us, voicing our opinions and speaking for every man out in the country and out in the world, man. This is just a podcast, man, and we love to hear everybody feedback. Feel free to speak. Feel free to say anything. Have any commentary, man. We more than likely gonna read into the comments. Um, and at some point within the show, man, we're gonna definitely get into the point where we're gonna start answering some questions in the audience, man. Just kind of touching on some questions that maybe you guys have throughout the stream itself, man. So once again, welcome to the Gentlemen's Club podcast, man. We definitely glad to hear from y'all, see y'all here today. Uh, and hey, best wishes and more to come, man. So that's all for us. So first things first, man. We gonna get into some things that we feel like needs to be talked about. So first thing we're gonna get into is our upbringing. So once again, I'm gonna let my boy Jock start off. We're gonna go straight to the mic and we'll get the show rolling, man. Take it away, Jock. What you
Get
got?
it, baby.
Upbringing,
Hey,
upbringing.
right before you start, right before you start, hey, let me tell y'all right now, if y'all haven't already, click into all our social medias: TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We
Absolute,
out there.
absolute,
Follow
absolute,
everything, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all now, y'all want to be there when we go live. Y'all want to be here. So if y'all ain't
absolute.
did
Absolutely.
that, do this.
Absolute.
Absolutely.
Hey Phil, welcome to the stream, man. Darius, welcome to the stream, man. I seen y'all comments in the chat line, man. I don't want y'all to go unnoticed, man. I definitely seen y'all chats and comments in there, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome to the fatherhood. Welcome to the podcast, man. Love y'all, man. But yes, definitely
I
follow us
love
on
it.
all
Yeah.
platforms. It is at THA Gentlemen's Club with an A, not an E. And that's at THA Gentleman's Club on all platforms. All right, man. Get into it, Jock. Let's get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Upbringing, let's see. I was raised in a single parent household, raised by my mama. She raised 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. Uh, my step pops was the most active guy in my life. You know what I'm saying? So he's the one who definitely put in perspective on how to be a man for me. Uh, been around the Navy my whole life, so I've moved around a lot. Was raised in North Carolina, born in San Diego. Yeah, that's where we get with it. I mean, I got a bunch of different outlooks on things, on how people do things and shit. So yes, sir.
Hey, so,
Hey,
Job,
I,
before you get into that, Mike, hey, so Job, tell the folks, man. So I know you spoke about having a father involved, man. What do you feel like are some of the benefits that you got from having a father in your life, man?
Oh, from my pops, yeah, man, my pops, because my pops taught me something, right? He taught me, and it's something that I told y'all offline. He taught me there's a difference between a dad and a father. You feel me? A father is a person who can make a baby easy, but a dad is somebody who's did it and doing it. Uh, my pops seen me, you know what I'm saying? My pops came in my life when I was, what, 2?
Mm-hmm.
And he's seen it all the way through. He seen me all the way through to graduation, to going to college for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He taught me the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy taught me how to drink. Boy, if it wasn't, boy taught me how
hey,
to. But
hey,
he taught me a lot, man. He taught me how to try to tap into your emotional side. You're not supposed to be 100% like just hard on everything. You feel me? Like he taught me a lot, bro. Like I couldn't even thank him enough for all the lessons he gave me.
Facts,
that's
facts.
love.
That's love, bro. Get it, Mike?
Hey, so I had like close to the same type of upbringing, single parent household. My mama did it. Two boys, one girl. It wasn't easy. I mean, I didn't get a stepfather till I was 14. So it's a different perspective when you go through life that long without a father figure. Like my father was there, but he wasn't there. Like my father was locked up for a lot of times. People that know me know that. So um, it's a different upbringing because like when you like that for that long, you the man of the house. At 14, you the man of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I just seen my mama go through struggles where she just didn't know how we was gonna make it. Or she didn't know how things was gonna happen. And coming up as a man, that's gonna take us into another point. But coming up as a man is like you get at early age, you gotta learn like, all right, I gotta get things popping. I gotta do this myself. I gotta learn how to do this. I gotta take care of this. Because if not, then she feel like she ain't got no help. I ain't never want her to feel like that. I don't like seeing my mama down. So early on, you try to take things on. When I did get a stepdad, though, I'm gonna tell y'all now the perspective of life changed because you got that advice from another man. You got that, oh, you don't gotta do this. You don't gotta act this way. You can do this, and it was just different, dog. It was different being able to uh, go to your games, and usually your mother work late, but man, you got people here for you. Or hey, great example. My first job interview, I didn't know what to wear. I ain't know what to wear. Hey, step on, put it on. Like, yo, this what you need to do. Wear this, say this, things like that. It's just a different perspective. It's a different behavior you get to learn. It's a different mind you get to explore. Things like that.
Facts, facts.
Hey, so at 14, bro, at 14, you know what I'm saying? You said that's when he came into your life, right? 14. So what is it like going from being the man of the house, because I know you're the oldest, right? You're the oldest. So
Yup.
being the oldest, being the man of the house, and then having to be like, okay, let me take the side step because he's here.
So I ain't gonna lie, and a lot of people don't know this because the way me and my foster act now, y'all would think that we was always cool. But like the first 3 4 years, it was bad, bro. It was bad because you gotta think you talking about somebody coming in and just taking the spot in the household and trying to do things, and you're not used to it. You're not used to it.
Right.
You 14 and you like, man, I've been doing this. I've been the one here. I was the only one here. So now it's like there's another man in there, and y'all not clicking because you doing things one way, he want things another way. It's just different minds in the household that you gotta get used to, bro. I will say this though, those first 3 years was on me because I wasn't open to having somebody else show me a different path.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Right.
was like I was stuck in my ways a little bit.
Okay.
If I could go back, I would change the way that I had him. Like I approached him because I feel like he was just trying to help, and I wanted to let me go.
It's all a part of growth. You needed it to happen the way it happened.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be the person I am now.
Exactly. And y'all wouldn't have the relationship you have if y'all didn't go through that trials and tribulations at the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like everybody gotta go through something real before the relationship can be strong anyway. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
For sure, for sure, for sure. All right, so with me, man. Again, for those who don't know me, man, my name is Justice formerly, but I do go by SB. That's kind of been my name that I stuck with since high school. Kind of giving it in a kind of funny way, but you know, it is what it is. But with my upbringing, man, so my upbringing was a little different. So it was in so many ways unique to, I guess, you know, to a lot of people. I didn't necessarily come from a struggling household. I didn't come from an abusive household. I didn't come from a crazed household, nothing like that. I came from a single mother who basically busted her ass in any given situation, you know what I'm saying, raising us and shit. So she took a lot of sacrifices, took a lot of hits, took a lot of bruises, was abused. Not to disclose too much information on that, but you know, she was abused. She was one of those mothers who kind of fought through that abuse. And as I got older, of course, I had to understand a little bit better what abuse actually meant. And I learned the hard way, of course. But you know, getting into my adolescent years, teen years, and premature adulthood, I did go through a time where I had to kind of learn how to become my own man, so to speak. And you know, what I'm saying, it's a challenge in itself. But when I say become my own man, I mean, you know, learning how to do certain things, build things, work. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to put shit together, learn how to, you know what I'm saying, get myself together, learn how to discover who I really am as an individual before I start going out hanging with other people and, you know what I'm saying, coming in. Now, when it comes to a pops, you know what I mean? I'm not like Jock where my pops was involved. And I'm also not like Mike where, you know what I'm saying, he had a pops to come in at the later time and, you know what I'm saying, rekindle that relationship. I still hold grudges and animosity towards my father type shit. You know what I mean? So when I was growing up, my father was completely absent. He didn't claim me. He didn't want shit to do with me. None of that shit. I don't invite him to basketball games and shit when I was popping off. I don't invite him to different events. He never wanted to come through. So when I finally got the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? I was like, look, let me go and invite him again. He never came. And I think that last basketball game I wanted to come to, I just gave up, bro. And a lot of people ain't gonna admit that shit. But I gave up. And it took for me
so
to,
hold,
yeah, what's up?
before you go further, let me ask you a question. So you said your pops was absent. Did it? How did that affect you becoming the father?
It's a little weird, bro, because I make a lot of mistakes, bro, and let's just be completely honest. Like when my son was born, like I can admit, like you know, or I could say, like you know, what I'm saying, I took responsibility, and I did everything I feel like I was supposed to do as a father when my son was born, because he again my first child. You know what I'm saying? I even pulled him as far as making sure that I never ended up like my father, not being present and not you know what I'm saying showing up when the time comes. So I ended up actually having custody of him for the last 3-4 years, I think. And Jock knows that, you know what I'm saying? Me and Jock, when I was going through that road time, man, me and Jock was like hip to hip type shit, and you know he kind of know all that shit that went on with me. But like my father in itself, and me and him don't have some fucking words. I don't threaten him. He don't threaten me type shit. And honestly, that shit made me it made me a better father. It made me want to be a better father so I can show him like, nigga, I can do something that you couldn't do. And it don't take energy. It don't take effort. You know what I mean? It don't even take money a lot
Fact.
of times. But you know, with my daughter, I made some mistakes. But again, that's just something I didn't learn. It's a lot of shit that I didn't learn because when the second child came, I thought work, 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 work. And I forgot about being present. And even with being present, sometimes being present don't necessarily mean, you know what I'm saying, being there. It means actually being involved and being active type shit. Because you can be a face
Exactly.
that's
Put
around your
all things in
household.
account.
Yeah, so you can be a face in your household, but that don't mean you necessarily being a good father. You know what I mean? So I had to learn that lesson. Um, but what I will say though is part of my upbringing too. That's why I said it's kind of unique. I was actually I got really sick when I was like 11 or 12 years old, and I think that was the first time I actually physically remember seeing his face. And when I say that was my first time, I mean I was pretty much I don't know if I was near death or if I was like close to like being close to near death, if that makes sense. But I was in a situation where I had to get emergency surgery like that day type shit. Because if I had to close my eyes again, there's a possibility I didn't open them back up. That was the first time I seen him, and it was the day after my surgery. And that was the first time I met my sister too. So that day kind of stuck with me. And through my high school years, I tried so many times to get that nigga involved. He never wanted to be involved. So then I got to a point where I was like, fuck it. I don't even want nothing to do with you. So now I'm at a point where he wants to be active in his grandkids' life, but I can't let him. So and it's built up animosity. It's a lot of shit I can't forgive. So that's why I say my situation is a little unique. Because you guys, y'all forgave y'all fathers and shit. Y'all, he didn't have to forgive him because he was there. I didn't never forgive him. I can't forgive him. You know what I mean?
Let me put a pin in that right there, because you got to remember what I said. I said my biological father wasn't there. My
Hey,
step pop was.
I get that.
Now,
Your step pop is still your pop though.
and that's what anytime you know me, anytime I refer to my pops, you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's your pop.
You know, same thing with you. Anytime I refer to now my biological pop, you feel me? Like, I think before I left Cali, the last time I seen that man, I think I want to say I was like maybe 5 years old. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then we did so growing up, and then not and when I say my step pops, yes, my step pops, my mom, they got married, they got divorced or whatever. So they went their separate ways, but he still stayed there. Like he still stayed active. He was in the Navy too, so even with him moving around, he'd call me or he'll hit me up like, yo, I ain't heard from you type shit, whatever, whatever. But my biological pops, like I still remember this one time, bro. Like I want to say I was like 15 years old, 16 years old, and something happened to my phone. It broke. So my mom was like, "Yo, just call your dad and what I'm saying, see if he give you the money for a phone." So I'm like, I think she's talking my stepfather. So I was like, no, I'm not about to call that man. She was like, "Nah, I'm talking about your biological, your sperm donor. That's what she called him, your sperm donor. Call him." I'm damn sure not calling that man, bro. I ain't talked to that man since I was 5, and I'm 15. Call him. Hey, yo, what's good? Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, I'm
Bro,
still here, fellas. I gotta step away real quick. I'm still listening to
go
you.
ahead. Bullshit you not, bro. I got on the phone, bro, with him. I was on the phone with him maybe 2-3 minutes tops before that man was like, "Yo, you want to talk to your little brother?" I didn't even know I had a little brother, but of course, all right, boom, we talking. So I tell him, I tell him the nature of the call. Like, look, I ain't even here on no crazy shit. I ain't go sugarcoat it. I need a phone, bro. I need like 50. No, I need money for a phone. He was like, "Yeah, I got you." My mom laughed at what he sent me. Laughed at it. Like, what is he gonna do with this? What take this little punk ass little money and go fill up your gas tank. Take this money and go fill up, bro. It filled up my gas tank, and that's it.
Wow.
And then after that, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my brother got two different biological dads. So I remember being 20. I was 20 years old, 21 years old, getting ready to turn 21, and both me and my brother. I was living with my brother at the time, and we sitting there chilling, drinking or whatever. And he goes, "Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever wondered why you tick the way you tick? The differences between us?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have, but I ain't never put too much thought into it." He said, "So I'm gonna reach out to my biological father because obviously he's my other half. You should reach out to yours." So I say, "Bet that." So I reach out, bro. And in that moment, even in that moment, when I reached out, when I went to look for him, bro, remember, I don't know this man's. I don't know his last name. All I know is his first name. I don't know. I don't have a number for him. I don't have no contact information, bro. And it took me 5 minutes to find out everything.
Yeah.
All I did was pull up Facebook, and realized to me, like I realized in that moment, I said, "Yo, like it's crazy." It took me 5 minutes, and I not only did I get in contact with him, but I get in contact with him, his mama, my little brother, aunt, cousins, that whole side of the family. 5 minutes on Facebook, and all I did was type in one name, and I realized right there. I say, if he really wanted to talk to me, because he swear up and down he wanted to talk to me. If he really wanted to talk to me, I have a very unique name. I have a very unique name. I'm the one of one. If you type my whole name in Google, I am one of one. You type my name in Facebook, one of one. When you went to look up my Facebook, like what happened? As soon as you said JOCKA, pop up.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm one on one. So it's that easy. You feel me? But with that, because you like when you asked his question, you asked your question to SB. You said, how did that transition into becoming a father? The one thing that man has taught me, and I cannot take that from him, from my biological pops. He taught me what not to be.
Exactly.
He taught me everything that I went through. I made sure my son would not. You feel me? Like, he always gonna know, no matter what, whether he living with me or not. If he gonna live with his mama or whatever, I don't care. He always gonna know that I'm there for him. If I need to get on a plane and fly across the country just to see him, I'm gonna do it. If I gotta get in the car, drive a few hours to see him, I'm gonna do it. And he'll never have to worry about, like, oh, he should call me. He should call, like, eventually, you know what I'm saying, when our relationship, if he does end up going to live with his mama, and we are separated, our relationship will be like, damn, bro, I ain't heard from you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't called me, whatever, because it's gonna be like we call each other so often. It's gonna be like, all right, bro, now it's your turn, bro. I done called you 6 times, bro. You always busy. Call me when you're free. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
especially when he becomes a teenager and he gets active like that, But like what he said, man, it taught me what not to be.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people don't realize like, and I don't think my dad realized when it happened. So like he was locked up a lot, but he was still there. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. I'm not gonna sit here and act like when he had the chance he didn't come or he didn't call me or blah. He was there. Financially, he probably wasn't there, but at the same time, it showed me that everything that I wanted in a dad, I'm gonna give my son.
Mm-hmm.
So that, oh, you got a basketball game, I'm gonna make sure I can make it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I got to show up to work early, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna make sure I can make it. I gotta go back to work after the game, cool, but I'm gonna make sure I'm there for you. So
Exactly.
Hey, nigga,
people don't realize
no, go ahead, finish, bro. I hit it up after you.
people don't realize that like when a boy has a father figure, it changes him. It's a different type of love. Like
Mm-hmm.
motherly love is love, but having that father figure there, having that person that's gonna push you that extra mile, having that person that's gonna tell you when you mess up, teach you how to do certain things, you need that. A
Yep.
boy needs that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's facts.
So one thing a lot of boys struggle with, and they don't realize till they get to our age, emotions,
Yes. Yes.
emotions.
Yep.
Cause I mean I'm 27 years old and I still struggle with stuff
You
like that. You feel
know
me?
what I'm saying?
Like SB, I told you. I think I told you when I found out my pops passed away. You feel me? That was the first time I cried, and I want to say like 12 years.
Yeah.
I just can't like I bottled up so much in my life that like it became crying is not an option for me. But I don't want to put that same thing on my son. So bro, cry it out, bro, cry it out. If you need to cry, let it out. But understand at the end of the day, crying is gonna make you feel better in that moment, but it's not gonna fix the situation. So then once you get that cry out and you feel better emotionally, okay, let's put our heads together and figure out what's the main reason behind the cry. Let's figure out what's the issue.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy though? I feel like so this is the thing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna just touch on this shit, and then I'm gonna get on that last point you just made. My father, I looked at the paper. My mother told me this shit. I found the paper and I looked at it. My father gave a total of $1.78 in child support over my 18 years of life before I hit 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Out of that time, his way of showing that he loved me was when I was sick and I had like some kind of flu, I believe. He bought me a cup of chicken noodle soup and a pair of big ass Coogee pants. Couldn't wear them.
That's back when Coogee was in style, boy.
Yeah.
You're growing to him.
Hey, that's exactly what the mindset was. Then the one time, I'm telling you everything I remember because I remember, and it's a bad thing when you can remember how many things your father's done for you.
Absolutely.
He bought me a
Yeah.
pair of white forces, low top. Everybody wanted them in high school. Y'all niggas know that.
The
My,
cocainus.
my grandma and grandpa bought it for me. His mom and dad. They bought it for me. They gave him the money to go get it for me, and he gave it to me. Yeah, like I ain't know that shit. I'm smart, nigga. The last point is my birthday came around. And again, bro, like I ain't saying none of this shit to make nobody feel like I'm unappreciative because at the end of the day, he was my father. I felt like he owed me that shit because he ain't did shit else. So he owed me that shit. He bought
Not
me
even that.
like the nigga bought me some fucking blue Nikes from fucking Marshalls. And I know he got them from Marshalls. He had them boxed up nice and shit. Took the tags off, all that shit. How I knew it was from Marshalls because I seen them same fucking shoes the day before. My mom would go into Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Ross on a daily basis if you let her when I was younger, nigga. Walking around them bitches faithful.
Hey, them Marshall
Hey,
deals be hitting though.
They
Back in the
do.
day.
you better stop
They
playing.
do.
Hey,
But
y'all be playing with some shit, boy.
but see, my man's came in talking about like, oh yeah, I got you the birthday gift. Like he hyping that shit up, nigga. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm finna get some shit. But the problem is, again, I'm too smart. If I seen these same shoes on the rack and it was $39, $39.99 in Marshalls, and nigga, y'all know them $39.99, them $39.99 stick. That motherfucker stick when you see him. But when I seen that motherfucker, that bitch was on clearance, my nigga. He got them bitches for $22. Like, and I went back the same day because, like, I think my mom actually went back, but I just went to that aisle and looked for those shoes in the area that I knew he was gonna shop in. And them bitches was $22. $21.99, my nigga. Like that tells you enough about how much I feel for him. And like I
Yeah,
tell people all the time, bro, niggas don't understand, bro. My biggest role model was a nigga who got me in my 10th grade year in high school. He had 3 years to show me the best man he could be. He didn't even know he was showing me who the fuck he was. And
absolutely.
Man, what?
the nigga
Hey, what?
the nigga that I'm talking about is Benjamin Polite, bro. A lot of people don't even know who the fuck Benjamin Polite is. Benjamin Polite will always have a special place in my heart. Believe it or not, I don't care what nobody say. That man, that grown ass man, was an opera singer. He was a father of what 3 or 4 girls. And on top of it, bro, he had his own shit going on outside of being a fucking school teacher, outside of being a fucking choir director. Man, go to church every Sunday. I didn't even go to church every Sunday, bro. And to this day, I still don't. But that man made me rethink a lot of shit. I didn't want to sing in front of people. I got a talent for singing. Niggas don't know. I got a drive to want to be a fucking actor at some point. Niggas don't even know. But I confided a lot of shit into him. And out of all the years that I've been with him, 3 years in high school and leading up past that, I still think about everything that man said to me. That man taught me so many fucking life lessons. He saw me with certain females in school and told me to keep my dick out of. He saw me with certain bitches in school and said, don't mess with them. He saw me hang around certain people. Don't hang around them. And every time he
Mm-hmm.
said something, he didn't never have to say that shit twice. He said it once
Facts.
and I moved. But that was the man that I respected. That was the man I looked up to. That was my father figure. He was not my father. I never been to his house. I never got to sit down and talk to his daughters. I may have seen his daughter like 2 or 3 times when he brought me to the school. But he was a father to me, bro. You know what I mean? And when I tell people I respect a man more for his words as opposed to what he physically does for somebody, because them $29, them $100 you don't spend, them $22 that you spent on the goddamn city trains up the street on MLK to get them Coogee pants that I come well, that $1.99 or 99 cents you spent on that fucking can of chicken noodle soup, that ain't mean nothing to me. You showing up to that hospital when I was on damn near on my deathbed, when I had to get surgery for a fucking tumor or a cyst or whatever I had going on in my head when my head swelled up. Nigga, you came because I was damn near gone. You ain't come because you wanted to see me. You see what I'm saying? So when a lot of people like tell me like I had a father in my life or I didn't have a father in my life, nigga, respect who the fuck you got because you need to listen to what these words that these folks saying to you. Because a lot of y'all got father figures who want to be fathers and trying to make up for that shit. But I had a nigga who didn't give a
Y'all
fuck.
taking it for granted.
I had a nigga who really didn't give a fuck. And to this day,
I ain't
like
gonna
this
lie.
nigga still he's trying to pat shit up through my kids, and I don't like that shit. Don't pat shit up through my kids, and niggas got to understand that shit, bro. It's too many fathers out here doing their job, and for the mothers, bro, this is an announcement to any mother who has a father who's actively trying to be in his child's life, girl or boy.
I'm making it
Stop
hard.
stop making it hard for that man to be in that child's life. Because
Let that man.
you're gonna make that child resent that father for the wrong reasons. And I promise you, it is not worth it. Because in the long run, these kids out here that's going to jail for killing motherfuckers, these motherfuckers that's in fucking trials right now for murder, for robbery, and all kind of other shit. This stems from a childhood of shit like this, bro. It's a cycle, bro.
It
Like
is.
you
It
got
is.
niggas like me who actually wanted to have a father figure. You got niggas like Jock who actually found a father figure and got one. You got niggas like Mike who actually relived and got another father figure back in the father figure that he was supposed to have in the beginning. But you got niggas like me who ain't got one and had to go discover one somewhere else. It's too
And that's
many
one
of
thing.
us.
One thing I hate is watching somebody like disrespecting. First of all, disrespecting your parents is not
It's
not talking
out.
It's
about
a
your
It's
no.
kids.
out.
But if
It's a
you
no.
got both your parents and you treating them
Shit.
like you just ungrateful, don't do that, bruh.
But you
Why?
know what?
Because we got people out here that wish they had both their parents, that
You know what?
wish they had a two parent household.
Exactly.
Because it's
What?
like you when you grow up and you see people. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all now, and y'all both know I played all sports,
Mm-hmm.
baseball, basketball, football, whatever it was, I'm playing.
Facts.
And sometimes you're not going. I'm not gonna have my mom at the game because she got to work late. But to have that two-person household and you got both your parents at the game or you got one of your parents at the game and you acting like ungrateful, like don't do that, bro. Because it's people that they could have lost their parents and don't have their parents and they wish they in the shoes that you in and you been ungrateful.
Exactly,
It's
bro.
not love.
Exactly. See what kills me is the people out here that got the 2 parent household, but act like they don't.
Yeah, boy. Hey,
Oh,
talk to him. Talk to
boy,
him,
Hey,
nigga.
hey,
that be the
hey, how
struggle,
they say?
buddy.
How they say? Hey, run that
Hey,
back.
run it back. You
Yeah,
feel me? Run
yeah,
it back.
go. Hey, run that back one time. Come on, Quavo.
Have a two-parent household, but act like they don't. It's not fuck my father, man. That man at work. What you mean, fuck your father?
Trying to tell
That
you.
man is providing for you. Man, fuck my mother. What you mean? She's in that house cooking that damn dinner for you. What you?
Hey, hey, you know
Fuck
what?
her
Hey,
ass.
speaking on mothers, right? Let me say something. Let me say something that's gonna be gonna hit somebody, right? There are mothers that do everything in their fucking power to take care of their fucking kids. Both of my children's mother do that. All right. I don't give a fuck what kind of history we had. I don't give a fuck what kind of past we had between us two. They both bust their ass to do whatever they got to do for their kids, right?
Absolutely.
You got mothers out there who don't do a lick of shit. A lick of shit.
Yeah,
But
them
for
niggas.
some reason, we're not allowed to talk about that shit.
Yeah, him because
Hey, hold
it's
on. Hey,
crazy.
before y'all go further, because I wanted to hit on that when you said stop making it hard, bro. If you got a man that's really trying to take care of his kids and he really trying to be there, help that man be there, man.
Exactly. Help that nigga
Don't
be
take
there.
that shit away from that man.
Hey, don't
What
take
you
that
gonna
away.
do? Like he said, that child is gonna resent they father for no reason or
Yep.
the wrong reason. Oh, my
Exactly.
father wasn't there. And the reality is, your
He was
father just
trying.
passed.
He was trying to see, but with
And at
situations
some
like that,
point,
Johnny,
it gets
I
to a
said
point,
leave that bowl
and
in
I
there.
understand
Put
it.
that
It
bowl
gets to
back
a
in her
point
remote
where a
control.
father be like, "Shit, I've been trying for 5 years. It's not getting easier."
I
And
tried for
then
12 years and it didn't
now
get
when I
easy.
stop,
Hey,
I'm wrong. Come on, bro.
exactly. And see, let me
Be
tell
real
you,
to that
and
man.
this is the point I was gonna make, right? So you got mothers out there who really want to do for their kids. You got mothers
Mm-hmm.
out there who ain't did for their kids, but they're gonna come around. You gotta give them time. They're gonna come around. Everybody always come around,
Yeah,
especially a fucking mother. Then you got
yeah.
those mothers who, man, the worst thing I feel like a mother can do, and again, this is coming out of a man's mouth. Don't kill me over the shit. The worst thing a mother can fucking do is keep her kids away from the fucking father when the father's trying to be active.
I'm
Fact.
telling you.
Hey,
Fact.
I see
I'm
Cotton.
way
telling you.
way too many times I've seen mothers say, I've been doing the mother and dad role. You ain't gotta come back in. The nigga trying to change up. I know 5 years ago when the kid was first born, he wasn't there. But get that nigga an opportunity to do what the fuck he gotta do.
Well,
Because that man
Even if
grew the
it's a
fuck up.
supervised visit, let that man see his
I'm
child.
trying exactly, man. Let that man grow the fuck up. Like, stop sheltering these niggas and stop letting these niggas walk out of these kids' lives and not allow them to come back
Wait a
in when they
second.
trying to fix that
Hey,
shit.
it got hot in here, boy.
the guy.
Hey, it's
It got
it's
hot in
it's
this here,
too
boy.
many niggas out here, bro. And I'm telling you, these females rather have a nigga come in and play stepfather and abuse these fucking kids than let the real father come back in and be in these kids' lives. And I'm here to tell you, bro, you cannot keep doing that shit. And
No,
the real, that's the crux of the fucking problem. But the real issue is let these niggas come back. And I'm saying niggas because niggas is the right term to use right now. Because them niggas was niggas 2 weeks ago. But
I'm gonna
now
tell you something.
today on January 26th, that motherfucker wants to be somebody. That nigga wants to be somebody.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. In that situation like that, let him be. You feel me? Because his true colors are gonna show regardless. So if he changed and he wants to be that, he wants to be
Let
there
him
in that.
show you change.
He's gonna show that change. You feel me? He gonna be that active father. But if he ain't, if he don't change, it's gonna be repetitive. So what he gonna do is he gonna pop up. He gonna be like, yeah, I changed, blah blah blah. Then if he don't want nothing to do with him, he gonna walk away. Then then when the child resents the father, it's not based on the mother. It don't fall on the mother's shoulders. It falls on the father's shoulders because the nigga walked away.
Yup.
Compared to what I'm saying. I don't want it to be my son. My son will not have to call me. Uh, he will not call me in what is he? He 4. He did not call me in 14 years. Talk about son. Why wasn't you there? Shouldn't be. I was. That first 4 years, I raised you. Going into year 5, I raised you. Up until 18, I raised you. I taught you to be the man you're supposed to be.
And people gotta realize, bro, being there don't always just mean physical presence. Being there means I'm here for you when you emotionally
It's
down, when you physically down,
it's
when
everything, bro.
you feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to. I want my son to come to me. I feel like I
Facts.
ain't got nobody to talk to.
Absolutely.
All right,
So what I'm
talk
trying to
about it.
teach my son, is right now, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Right now, understand, I'm your daddy. I am your daddy, and I'm gonna raise you as such. You got a lot to learn right now. But when he starts stepping into that realm of that 13, 14, and 15-year-old, oh, bro, I'm still your daddy, but I'm your best friend too. Like, come to me. We not little friends right now. We gotta establish that relationship. We're not little friends right now, but later on, when hey, come to me. I teach him that now. Like even now, you've seen it. Y'all both seen it. Where Cam will just be like, he'll just sit back and he'll just look, bro. What's wrong, bro? And he'll look at me, and I'm like, what's wrong? The
Hey,
best thing you can do is tell me right there.
exactly, man. Exactly. Hey, look, you know what? Hey, I see everybody's comments in the chat, man. I promise y'all, I'm gonna read them in a second. We got to hit a couple segments, and I'm gonna definitely come back and see our comments. We're gonna read over everything, man. So just keep talking it up, man. I appreciate the engagement, first of all, man, and that's first and
Absolutely.
foremost, always. But we're gonna jump into some topics real quick. We're gonna get into some controversial shit. Feel free to commentary, and at the end, we're gonna have a time where we're gonna actually get more engaged with the chat, just so y'all know, and we'll be talking back and forth with y'all, just answering some questions, giving feedback off y'all comments and everything, man. So just be patient with us. I promise y'all, we're gonna look at it and get to it. I promise. All right, so look, this is one of the issues I want to press, right? Because I'm glad we're talking about this shit, and I feel like I could have transitioned to this shit a lot smoother, but I want to talk about it, and I want to make it obvious what we're talking about. Can a
Take your
mother
time, Pastor.
can a mother raise a boy to be a man?
Oh,
All right, look, check this out,
yeah,
right?
let's talk about it.
So this is a topic that's been talked about and trended for years, right? Everybody talks about it. Everybody has their own ways of thinking about it, right? But I'm here to tell you, a mother can raise a man,
Yes.
but there's stipulations. There's always a stipulation.
Kind of.
There's always a There's always a stipulation.
Ah,
That's why I said it's a stipulation. So hear me out, and I want you to hear me very clear when I say this shit to everybody. All right?
Talk to him, Pastor.
A mother can raise a man, but a mother is going to raise a man to be the man that she feels like she desires for herself. Meaning she's going to groom that man to be the man that she feel like in another woman's eye would be the ideal man for a woman. Okay?
run that back.
What does that
I don't
mean?
think they heard you.
What does
I
that
don't think they
mean?
heard
What does that mean? A mother is going to raise that boy. She's going to teach him manners. She's going to teach him how to be polite. She's going to teach him how to be respectful. She's going to teach him how to talk to people. She's going to teach him specifically how to talk to women. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, of course. My pleasure. She's going to teach him all the right things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to teach him all the delicate ways to touch a woman, even without physically telling him. She's going to tell him all the delicate ways to talk to a woman, even without telling him. But the one thing she ain't going to tell that little boy is that he has a harder life to live outside of the physicality of a woman's body. When I say that, I mean a man has to deal with so many things that he doesn't even know he's going to have to deal with. Because whether there's a man around or not, there's always going to be another boy that had a man in his life to tell him to stop crying, that had a man in his life to tell him to stop showing your emotion, that had another man in his life to tell him, don't worry about it. Stop showing your emotions. Stop telling people how you feel. It's not up to you to tell people that. It's not up for you to tell people this. It's up for you to do what you need to do and shut the fuck up. And I'm here to tell you that is the wrong way. So when I say that women raise these boys to be men in their way, in their shadow, in their light of eye, I mean that exactly how I explained it. And this is how you can fix it, right? So when you teach that little boy those mannerisms, when you teach that little boy how to fix himself, how to be the right man for a woman, you also got to tell him that no matter what, he has to make a decision at the end of the day for himself that's going to benefit his family, that's going to benefit his lifestyle. Because I'm guilty. My mother taught me everything she possibly could. She taught me finances that I still fuck up on just like anybody else. She taught me about how to fucking get turn my house into a home, which I still fuck up with because, truth be told, that ain't a man's job. A woman's 10 times better at making a house a home. I'm here to tell you that shit. 10 times better. We can do it, but it ain't us.
This generation is so bad, bro, that we've gotten away from that.
Exactly.
We have because both of y'all have been to my house and I've made this motherfucker a home.
Right. And that's the problem. That's the problem because they think we can't. We can, but it's not for us. And that's the problem.
So here's what it is because like I said, my pops, my pops and my mom split long time ago. Long time ago. So I was in the house, single parent household with my mama. great values. And if she's in here, I thank you, mama. If she's in the chat and listening to us, I thank you for this. Things she taught me. She taught me how to cook, how to clean, how to make how to
She
make a
taught
house.
you, but my mama made me learn how to clean. It went up
Yo,
there and
what?
teach.
Moral of it,
You all that.
she made you learn regardless of how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because of her, you got that in you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
My mom, she taught me the basics. This is how you gonna cook. This is how you gonna clean, and this is how you gonna make a house a home. You know what? Ask me what I need a woman for. Go ahead, ask me. I'll wait.
Hey,
Hey, yo,
Senor
don't
Jock.
get that color.
I'm about to ask him. Hey, Senor Jock. What do you need a woman for, my friend?
To bust that El Nutto. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than that. It's more than that. I mean, I
Hey, that's
do.
gonna hurt some people in that chat, boy.
Hey, but no, for real. Like you do need a woman. We do need women for the. We want that emotion. We want that. We always want that significant other we can confide in. But SB, how long you know me now? We going on what?
10 years,
10
I
years.
guess.
10 years.
10 years
10
at this
years. You
point.
feel me? In 10 years, bro. In the 10 years you've known me. Look at the growth I've had.
Yeah.
So over the past 5 years, the situations that I went through, who ain't bounced back strong?
Hey, you folks don't know that, boy. Hey,
Strong,
you folks don't know that. Hey,
Don't know.
let me tell y'all something, man. Just to give y'all some feedback. So I just met Mike recently, so I can't speak on a lot of history between me and him. But one thing I can say about my boy Jock, right? Me and Jock went through some similar shit at the same time.
Same time.
And
One right after the motherfucking other.
hey, when I tell you, I was at this man's house damn near in tears. I was at this man's house smoking a black and mild a day, and I was smoking about three to five a day by my damn self. Okay.
Bruh, I get off work. Hey, if y'all don't know, I get off work, bruh. I call bruh instantly, and either we'll be outside my house or outside his house, and we'll have. And this is where we was dangerous, bro. We would sit
Hey,
there with a cup, and that motherfucker would have Crown and Henny in it.
hey, boy, hey, they don't know. Hey,
We'll have either a black and mild or a cigar, and we'll sit out that motherfucker for hours, drinking, smoking, talking our problems. We watched each other go through the ring, bro. We seen each other go to hell and rise through the ashes and come right back.
mm-hmm. Hey, I ain't got to give y'all the real details on what
We
what what,
all there
what was
for each
going
other.
on.
A lot of people don't have that though.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, that's exactly what I'm about to touch on. Like, believe it or not, me and Jock laugh about the shit now, man. But at the time, we both went through some shit that could have borderline sunk us. Like no bullshit.
Absolutely.
And this is part of this is still on topic with the can a woman breed a man basically, or train a man, or train a boy to be a man. Because at the end of the day, we didn't know how to get in contact with our emotions the right way. We didn't know how to be vulnerable to a situation other than to each other, because we could be vulnerable to each other. But at the end of the day, what did it help between me and him? Because we couldn't be vulnerable to the two people that we had to be vulnerable to, because they wouldn't allow it, or at the time of, there was no way to be. You see what I'm saying? Because there wasn't an open door for it. So when we got in that situation, we had each other, and that's when that connection got a lot stronger. And what people have to understand is, a woman can teach you so many things. She can teach you so many right things, and she can teach you how to be a man 99%. But that 1% is always that small thing that nobody ever thinks about, and that's about emotion. Because whether there's a father or a mother, there's always somebody. And I'm telling you,
Let me
there's
tell y'all
always
something, dog.
gonna
I
be
wanted to hit.
somebody.
I wanted to hit on that topic, bro. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's 99. I'm gonna say a woman could probably raise a man, and it's gonna probably be like 60-40. And the
Okay.
reason I say that, one, like I said earlier, emotions. We coming from like younger to older. Honestly, not one man could tell me, honestly, truly, that they knew growing up how to deal with their emotions, and they grew up without a man.
Facts.
I agree with that.
Because when you grow up and you actually an adult and you going through shit, it's hard.
It's hard as shit.
Just like that, it's hard because
Hey,
it's so many things.
real quick, hey, not to cut you off. Hey, ladies, I don't want y'all to feel like when he's saying It's hard. It's anything compared to what you guys go through. Because let's be real,
Nah,
we all know that females, women in general, go through some very tough and traumatic shit, and that's
yeah.
anything to do with their body, anything to do mentally. But it's
But
some other
the
shit that men don't talk about that we actually go through that actually affect us too. But I'm gonna let my man Mike talk. He's talking his shit right now.
and I'm gonna go ahead and hit on that. So a lot of people feel like women go through a lot more and men don't go through shit. Y'all gotta realize when we grow up, we're told you a boy, stop crying.
We learned to
You a
bottle that
boy,
shit.
Mhm.
so you bottle it.
We learned
And
to
then when
bottle
we
that.
grow up, you grow up and you get in relationships, you can't talk to your spouse because it's like I would never talk
You learned over the 20 plus years of your living. You learned
that.
to bottle it, so it's hard to step out of your norm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So when I say a woman can't raise a man, I'm not saying that a woman can't raise a child to become an adult and a successful adult. I'm never saying that. D Wade is a proud factor. Single parent household, where he at? He's successful. But we all go through things in life that change us. We all go through things in life that mold us. And I feel like having a father there or having that father aspect would have helped a lot more if that father was there. But then you got to think about if the father didn't have his father, but that he was there for you. Well, now y'all both fucked up because he don't know how to deal with his emotions. He's still trying to learn that too.
See,
And y'all
I feel
learning at
like
the same time.
I didn't become a man. I feel like I didn't become a man, bro, until I was 22, and that's real shit because that's when my son was born.
Okay, that's when you had Cam.
When Cam was born, I was
That's
22,
what I'm about to
22
say.
years old.
I don't feel like I became a man until I had my son. And the reason I say that is because before I got married, everybody should know I'm married. But before I got married, bro, I was on some shit. Like I was on my own shit. And I went through my father passing on my own. I didn't talk to nobody. I ain't, and the issue with it was I was in a dark spot. I was drinking, smoking. I'm showing up to work late, not caring. Like I'm at this point, I'm just like fuck it. Like whatever happens, happens. But what people don't realize is, as a man, we don't learn how to grow up until we at least 20, 20, between 20 and 25. That's when we start learning. All right, we need to do this. We need to do that. But before you grow up with just your mother, just a mother. We learn how to cook. We learn how to clean. We learn all the delicate
Mhm.
shit, but we don't learn the whole. Oh, you don't have to do this or you don't have to do that. Like, far as like protecting my siblings, all I knew was I'm the oldest. We gonna get it cracking whenever it's popping. What's up?
Absolutely.
I didn't learn the smart aspect of that until I got older, and I was like, well, shit. I don't gotta get mad about it. I could just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give y'all a different perspective, right? So y'all heard my boy.
Hold on. Before you drop that perspective, to complete that question, can a woman raise a man? I'm not gonna say she can. I'm not gonna say she can't. What I'm gonna say is she shouldn't. She shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
She
That
shouldn't
part,
have to.
that part.
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is what, and this is something that. First of all, shout out my mom and my daddy, Tanya and Rob. But something that my pops taught me early on was that if you're a man and you got responsibilities, take care of 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let
Why
me.
you having somebody else take care of your responsibilities?
That's
Take
true.
care of 'em.
So let me get y'all perspective, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all said y'all said when y'all became man. I'm gonna tell y'all when I became a man. It wasn't when I had my first kid. It wasn't when I had my second kid. It was recently.
Oh
And
shit.
the reason I'm saying it is because I had developed a mature mindset recently. So the last couple of days, I've been going through my own personal shit just as anybody else. I don't know if it's like
Mm-hmm.
super rough, but you know what I'm saying. It's just everybody goes through this shit where they finally get to a point where they're like, "Let me get my shit together." You know what I mean? Let me
Yeah.
figure out my life. Let me figure out who the fuck I am. Right? So I figured out I was a grown ass man about 4 weeks ago,
Oh.
Okay. Talk to me.
and I realized something a little different. I have a son. I have a daughter. My son is about to be 6 next year. My daughter's gonna be 2 next year. I'm about to be 26 this year. 26. I'm about to be 26. All right.
The
Mike
boy,
said.
young and living, baby. Young and
Mike.
Well,
living.
you getting old.
Mike just said. Mike just said between the age of 20 and 25, you're gonna figure out if you're a man. And honestly, I think some people don't become men until they fucking 30.
It,
Again,
okay.
But
perspective,
hey, but if it gotta happen like that, it happened like that, and that goes back to when
upbringing.
Upbringing.
SB was like, "Yo, if that man if he changed and he wanna be there, if it takes till he 30 and he say, you know what, I need to sit down, I need to take care of my kids, don't hold that from him.
Yep.
It's not fair. It's
Yep.
Now,
not fair for the child.
now it comes to us as men, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't wait till we was 30 to step into our kids' life. We see
Nah,
our kids was born at the same time. If we see one of our peers
Yeah.
not doing what he's supposed to do, we got to step in as men as well and be like,
and that's what people don't
I,
realize.
I wish SB would have skated on Joe. You know how
Yeah.
quick when that Atlanta trip when I went to see him, you know how quick me and him would have had a knuckle up. We got to throw hands first, bro, because you got a whole
People
son out
don't
here.
realize. First, people don't realize. And Mo three said the real shit. He said that his partner had a kid, but he want to take care of him. And when he told him, he was mad, right?
You told him he got mad.
People don't realize that when you got the right people in your life, and I'm not saying that look at all your homeboys and reevaluate them, but reevaluate them. Because if you got the right ones in your life, I'm gonna tell you, yo,
You ain't doing
what
what
you
you want to
doing?
do. See,
Why your
it,
son
it,
saying him have shoes?
it, what's that old saying? It take a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You, y'all,
we
you
the
know what I'm saying?
village.
Y'all got the children. I'm the village. You feel me? I'm going. Hey, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you every
Yeah,
step of the way, but I'm not gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
I will
and I'm
not
not,
raise your son for you
and
when
I'm
you
not gonna
right
let you
there.
slack.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let you slide. You feel me? Like I got you.
Hey, so check this
Like
out, right?
you know,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you right now, if you call me and or when I meet your kids, SB, if any of y'all kids call me and be like, yo,
you met
I
his
need
son.
this.
Yeah, you met Joe, I think. Yeah,
You
you
met
yeah,
his
met
son.
Joe.
Oh, I did.
You met Joe.
If they call me and be like, I need this, I'm gonna call y'all instantly. I'm gonna get it, but yo, why he saying what he needs?
Yeah.
So see, my thing is like when Joe come over here. Anytime Joe don't come over here, I don't know how often he talks to SB. You know, I don't. But I tell you what, SB can attest to this. Anytime Joe steps foot in this motherfucking house, the
Call me.
first person I call is SB. And what I say to you, I don't know when the last time you talked to your son was, but boom, and then he'll, oh shit, I talk to him every day. Or the last time he was here, he said, he
Talked
texted
to
me,
him
he said, yo,
yesterday.
is Joe acting up? I was like, no, what you talking about, bro? Every time Joe come over here, Joe smooth. He said, nah, you know what I'm saying? Joe ain't liking me right now. I been getting on him all week. That's what I like. I like to hear that. Where you in Atlanta? Your son is
Yeah,
in Virginia, and you been getting on him all week for acting up. Yeah, I
yeah,
love it. Love
Mm-hmm.
to see
it
it.
gotta be like
Love
that.
to see it.
But
Hey,
I
so
hate seeing what I hate seeing is like a father have kids and then cause and y'all know everybody know this. There's always gonna be a father that had kids and he out here saying what the baby mother not doing, but he not saying what the fuck he not doing.
Well, he not. Yep. But that's vice
yeah.
versa though.
When you have yeah, and when you have kids, and this goes for the baby mamas too. So SB, when they commenting right now, they need to go ahead and comment what the fuck they ain't doing too. If you a baby mama or a baby father, and you out here talking shit about your other half, and you not doing what you need to do, stop,
Hey,
See, and the crazy thing is,
stop.
I've never liked the term baby mother and baby father. I've hated that term. You feel me? Because Justice, you're not a baby father. Mike, you're not a baby father.
I'm
You're the
not ain't no
father
baby
to a
father.
child.
If
You're a
she
father to
first
your
of all,
child. You feel me?
if she walked down here and called me baby father right now, I might y'all might witness a murder.
You know when me and my son and mom was
Yeah,
together, I
nah.
remember shit. When me and my son's mom was together, she was like, "Yeah, that's my baby daddy." I said, "I'm your who? Yo
What
what?"
what?
Because I could have sworn
Yeah,
I'm up every morning.
hey, yeah,
Go on,
child
get it.
father, boy.
that's my
Hey,
title.
Well, don't put some respect on my name. I'm that nigga daddy.
hey. So look, let me put y'all on this right. So
I'm happy.
let me get
I
back
the
to the.
pappy, bro.
I'm gonna get back
Go
to this
ahead,
point
bro.
right here. So I said 4 weeks ago I figured out I was a grown man, right? This
Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah.
this is why I made a drive to Virginia, came back home, and the first thing I fucking realized was this nigga got big, nigga. My son got big, and like it's a laughing matter to a lot of niggas, but my son got big. And I thought to myself, man, when I was 12 years old, boy, I could eat like 10 meals. Then I thought about my daughter, and I was like, my daughter's gonna be tall.
Mm-hmm.
My son's not gonna be in sports. And I'm pinpointing this shit now. My son's not gonna be in sports, my daughter is. My daughter is more like me than my son is. My son is more playful and smart. He's more artistic. My daughter's more aggressive. She's shy, but she likes to run.
Hey,
The point.
hey, don't sleep on Joe, bro. Because when he come over here, he come every time he's came to this house, he brings his tablet.
Hey,
Oh, I know.
let
I
me
know.
tell you something.
But he do not touch that tablet because he get over here. I take them kids outside. He love playing that football, bro.
I
He
know.
love
First
playing that
off,
football.
I know.
no, first off, let me tell you something. You said you ate 7 meals when you was 12, and we probably all did. Hey, Joe was over there. Joe was beating down food, bro.
What?
Hey,
What? Go ahead,
hey.
bro.
Hey,
Go ahead.
So,
Joe ate like 2 bags of popcorn. I said, damn.
When I did the movie night that night.
hey,
Yeah.
But that boy
hey.
Joe manhandled every snack that was in front of him. Uncle, and you know Joe got that deep voice. Uncle Joe, can I get some more? Nigga, you get whatever you want. You talking to me like that, nigga? Nigga, this your
Bruh.
house. You pay the bills.
Hey, Joe, my dude, bro.
Hey, real shit.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
Hey,
bro.
so
Keep.
so this is what I really realized, right? So me and Jasmine had like a little altercation, right? And not
Mhm.
nothing too crazy because I had to make a promise because I have a temperament issue that I had to work on over the years, and my temperament kind of blows up. I become explosive like a volcano when I start yelling
It
and
goes
shit.
back to the
Mhm.
emotions.
And this is where I realized I was mad. This is the first time I had a conversation that we disagreed on. Not to get in the conversation, of course, ain't for the public, but we got into a
No.
conversation. We disagreed on it, and I felt my shit boiling, nigga. And something in me just said, bro, don't even do it. Just be quiet.
Let's go.
I got
Let me
quiet.
tell you something.
What's up?
What you did was some real shit, bro. And the reason I say that is because I look at a lot of dudes nowadays, and I ain't gonna say they men, because what we just said, you don't usually become a man to you at that age.
Yeah.
We all
You
come.
really realize.
Yeah.
But I look at a lot of dudes now, and when they go through relationships and they go through this shit, what they call it that toxic relationship type shit. That Facebook, social media shit, that's not where you put your relationship at.
Exactly.
Hello.
I don't give a fuck what you going through. Do not put your shit on there.
Yep.
Hello.
That shit is not for everybody.
That's
I don't
facts.
care if y'all in the house and she beats your ass. That shit is not for everybody. You call the police, cool, call the police. But social media don't even know you did that.
Yep.
See,
Social
my
media
homeboy,
don't even know.
my homeboy just did
Come
that the
on,
other
bro.
day. My homeboy just did that the other day. But in his defense, it wasn't like he went to Facebook. You feel me? It was his baby mama did that shit. Went to Facebook first. He went and started airing shit out on Facebook. But one thing he aired
No.
out.
Can't do that.
One thing
See, that's part of my
he
growth. I
can't do
did
that.
that too.
He can't do that. But here's the thing that I had to get on him about though. Like, because I can't stop you from doing what you're gonna do. This
Not
is
at
what I
all.
this is what I got on his ass about. This nigga said, he said, fine, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously their argument was about the child because they're not together. He was like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna just be the guy that you keep trying to make me out to be. I'm gonna be that guy. I ain't gonna hit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do nothing for my son. I got on his ass real quick. I was the first nigga on that post. I said, no, the fuck you not.
Even if you don't mean it, nigga, you don't say
I
that.
don't I don't care. No, the
Nah.
fuck you not, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. You my bro. I was there for you when your son was born. That's my nephew. And I refuse to allow you to do that to him.
Let me tell you something, bro. And I don't even think she realized it. Again, shout out my mama. I love you to death, Tanya, if you watching. But I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Growing up, my mama never called me Michael Micah. It was always boy. Hey boy. And it wasn't on like no disrespectful shit. It was just like
That's upbringing.
one
That's
day she
upbringing.
called me boy. One day she called me boy, and that shit just stuck. Since I've had my son, and since I, you Jock, bought a house, I bought Kiara the truck. I bought me a car. Like I've been on shit.
Yeah.
She has not called me boy once, and I think it's cause like when we talk, bro, like my mama and my pop, like when I talk to them, bro, it's a different type of respect. Like it's a different. It's not that oh he growing up no more. It's
He
oh he
grew up.
going through shit. He
Oh yeah,
grew up. He
it's
doing what he
absolutely
need to do.
because
Cause I'm
that's
gonna
kind
tell
of the
you now,
conversations I have.
I don't care if I gotta put this house up for auction. My son gonna be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
If we gotta go live at a hotel, my son gonna be good. Cause the last thing I'm gonna do is have him grow up and say, "My daddy wasn't there.
Yep.
My daddy
A-
couldn't do it."
Absolutely.
Uh,
Like
my daddy,
it's
he gonna say daddy could always do it. He always made a way.
he always made a way. It's crazy because it's like my mom. That's my dog now. Like best friend. Prior to me leaving
Hold
her
on, hold
house.
on. Shout out Mama Donna. I love you, babe.
Shout out Mama Donna. You feel me? But that's my best friend. You feel me? She was like prior to me, especially those last few teenage years, right before I left her house. Oh, we was butting heads. We was
Mm-hmm.
butting them. You feel me? I went off to college, doing stuff, getting in trouble, butting heads. I went to
Yeah,
California. I had a son, and I went through what I went through. My mama was like, "Boom, I'm there though." Like I remember my mama calling me. Like I call my mama every morning. When I went through what I went through, I would call her every morning, and every morning, she'll say a prayer for me and all that good stuff. We'll sit on the phone, bro. I go to work early, go to work early, and I sit outside work on the phone with my mama for an hour, and then she'll be like, "What time you got to go in?" I'll be like, "I got to go in the next 15 minutes." She'll be like, "All right, take this next 15 minutes, get yourself together, clear your mind, and go have you a good day. Call me when you get off." And first
bro.
person I called as soon as I got off was my mama.
Let me tell you something, bro. When my daddy passed, right? It's about 3 months after. I'm still in my dark like I'm in my dark mode. I'm
In your dark
drinking.
zone.
I'm smoking. I'm doing all types of stupid shit. I'm at work one day and I get a call. It's my mama. Now I'm not about to disclose what she was going through, but my mom was going through something, and the dude I was working with knew my daddy passed, and the words that came out of his mouth was, "Your daddy passed. Your mama gonna be next."
I'd have stole off on him.
Y'all know, well, y'all know, like I know, when you're in a barge, there's not a lot of space. So I chased him to the back, and I don't know what happened, but I black out. When I come back, everything in the storeroom is broke. I'm like, what happened? Oh, you swung this and broke all this trying to hit him. I talked to a chaplain. People really like if you in the Navy and you downplaying chaplains, don't downplay them, bro. A chaplain pulled me out of my dark side, bro. Like I talked to that man every single day. When like for 4 months straight, I talked to a chaplain every day, every single day. Chaplain Schultz, if Chaplain Schultz, if you ever hear this, hey, I respect you, dog. 4 months straight, bro. I talked to that man every single day. And one day, I'm out. I get drunk, and the same dude that said this, I see him in the club. We get into it, and I get back to my bedroom. It's 2:30 in Japan, and state time is probably like 5 in the morning. My mama's still asleep. I call my mama, "Mom, this is this." She gets up out her sleep and talks to me for an hour and a half, bro. And she knows she got to go to work, but she talked to me for an hour and a half. And it goes back to that, can a woman raise a man? Yeah, I said no, a woman can't raise a man, but at the same time, a man needs his mother in his life too.
Mm-hmm.
So for the females watching this, don't just think that we saying that a boy needs a father, because he definitely needs his mother. My
Need his
mother's
mother
my
too.
Now,
everything I go through. I call my mama first.
yep. So let me say this though. There's a big difference and a very obvious difference between a mother raising a son by herself versus a two-parent household, or even a father raising a son by himself. And I can attest to it because I've been kind of guilty of it, right? So a mother is so nurturing, bro. So
Nurturing.
nurturing. My apologies, nurturing.
That boy said nature.
Yeah, I was thinking and talking at the same time.
It's nature versus nurture. I
All
got
right,
you.
baby.
So, so mother's nurturing, right? So a mother is there to give you that love and that attention and that push, that drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what a dad's there for?
What's that?
Your dad's there to set the example. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
So let me explain, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna explain it, and then I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with it. Because it shouldn't just be about setting the example. My mother, man, she gave me love. She fed me when she was supposed to. She made sure that every ball game was attended. She made sure that if I didn't have it, I had it. If I wanted to do something, even if I knew my mother really couldn't do it, I never put the pressure on like, Mom, I really want to do this. Da 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 da. Like I just said, hey, I understand. And at a very early age, if I knew my mother couldn't do it, I understood.
Mm-hmm.
A father is to set the standard, right? My father set the standard so low that my nuts wouldn't fucking drop until I was 30 if I relied on him. Okay? When another man is in the household or when a man is in the household, they teach you two things. They teach you how to be involved and be directly connected to your emotions. And then they teach you how to walk in faith of a man. And that does not mean religious. That means walk as a man. That means take your left foot, put it in front of the right, and take your right foot, put it in front of the left, and continue doing that motion until you get somewhere. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do I mean by that? There's a problem with fathers. Again, I'm guilty because I did it. A woman teaches the boy everything right. And sometimes a father teaches that son one thing wrong and it causes a domino effect. The one thing that we teach our sons the wrong way is how to show emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I had a problem with telling my son not to cry, telling him to stop crying while I'm giving him an ass whooping because he did something wrong. Telling my son not to cry because he's nervous or he doesn't feel right about something because it's not something I would do as an adult. Telling my son that he's not allowed, so to speak, to be upset or be mad at me because I gave him some direction that he wasn't accepting of. I'm here to tell you, I'm a grown ass man, and if a motherfucker come to me telling me to go clean my motherfucking room and he don't pay a goddamn bill in my house, I'm gonna be mad too.
You hit me.
But I'm also gonna tell you if a motherfucker see me in the street randomly and tell me to pull up my pants because I tend to sag my pants from time to time, I'm gonna look at that motherfucker sideways because who the fuck you think you talking to? That's how these kids feel,
Hey,
bro.
to piggyback on that, my so
All right,
I
Chief.
told y'all my my step pops came in when I was 14, right?
Yeah.
So that first year, I think my mom was at work. I'm on a game, and my brother and sister was doing whatever they was doing. Now they was cleaning because he told them to clean up. They was cleaning. He walked in my room and was like, "Yo, stop! Like you need to clean up." What? Not doing that. Who are you? Now that I think about it, I was completely wrong. But I didn't realize that how I didn't realize how much he was doing at that time. You know what I mean? So when
Mm-hmm.
I got older, he was telling me like, "Yo, I know we went through our rough shit, but like, I always knew me and you was gonna be good. We good now, but at that time, I didn't know. Like, he was paying bills, he was taking care of shit. My mama didn't have it, he had it. When he didn't have it, my mama had it. So they was working so much as a team, and I was the divide. It was me, like real shit. Like, and he told me he was like, um, they was in a good relation. They still in a good relationship. I'm not gonna say they was. They still in. Anniversary I think coming up July 17th. I want to say, but it was so bad, bro. And I wasn't. I was so blind to the fact that he was taking care of things, and I was so obnoxious about shit that I didn't realize at the time that I'm already not having that man in my life. I'm about to push the one that's in my life out.
hmm
Cause
Shout
now
out, shout out to him for he let you push, but he ain't go nowhere.
oh hell no, he ain't going
He
nowhere.
let he let you wait. I see what he did. He let you beat your chest. He let you be like, I'm still the man in the house, and he just sat back calmly and was like, "Oh, okay."
Nah, it
You
was calm. I'm not
no
gonna
no.
lie, it was calm.
I mean, in all honesty, if you look at it now, he's just like, "Oh, okay." Let me
Oh
show you this.
yeah,
Let me show you.
I definitely
I'm gonna
see.
let you beat your chest. I'm gonna let you beat your chest. I'm gonna let you feel like I'm King Tut in here. And he said, "Oh, okay." And then what he do? He hit you with that one roar. Roar. Oh, all right,
Yeah, it
so
was
all right.
like people gotta realize like, and that goes back to our upbringing. It goes back to can I one raise a man. If you have if you have a man in your life and it's not your biological father and you pushing him away, don't do that. Cause I almost did. Like it was so bad, bro. I was going to my mama saying shit, and I was only taking her the bad shit. That nigga could have bought us dinner that night, and I'd be like, yeah, he bought us dinner, but he ain't coming here till 11. I'm only taking her the bad shit. I don't care about the good shit he doing. I'm just taking her the bad shit. So at the time, it's like, damn, like, why you fighting against this relationship?
You was really
And
being a
the
red
whole,
flag.
yeah,
You was
He was
really
giving
trying
the
to cop
shit.
block on that nigga.
He was giving them that shit.
like, boy, what? I was, bro, once, I remember one time, bro, we sitting in the room watching a movie. It's me, my mama, and my pops. The other two was at school. We watching a movie, and just like a regular man in a relationship, he gets a rubbing on my mom. I don't, at the time, like now, if he rub my mom, I don't care. Y'all married, like I don't care.
Stand up
And
for business.
They got
you
no
know what
goddamn.
I'm
Yeah. Nigga, what the fuck you doing? Yeah.
All right, time for me to go to the other room.
Hold
Y'all
on.
doing
saying? Nah, but
business.
at the time, I get to like trying to like boss up, so I smack his hand away, like fuck, get off my mom, bruh. I didn't realize like at the time, bro, he really spared the fuck out of me. He really spared the fuck out of me.
Boy.
Like, it's
Hey.
not a lot of times y'all gonna hear me say a nigga could have put his hands on me, and I'm gonna always fight back. But he probably would have really like did damage. He really spared the fuck out of me. But he spared me, and I always tell him I think he spared me because he knew that the shit was gonna work. He just had to give it time, and
He
he
just gave
gave
it
it time.
time. He
Mm-hmm.
did.
So, and that's what it goes to a lot of things like um. So for people that don't know that's watching, my pops was married before my mom. I think him being married first and then coming into it, it really helped him a lot on this marriage because it was like I know what I was doing wrong, and I know what I was doing right.
Mm-hmm.
So it helped a lot. And then I don't know what helped him with the whole like she already got kids, but he really took us under wings, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like really took us under
He
wings,
he understood the assignment. He understood if he wanted her, she comes as a package.
bro. My graduation, bro. My dad was locked up. My grandmama told me she was gonna come, and whatever came up, she couldn't make it. My my pop said fuck it and paid for my whole graduation dinner. Whoever showed up at the graduation dinner, he paid for it.
See, my pops didn't come to graduation. He didn't come to my high school graduation. He didn't come. My pops didn't come to when I graduated out of boot camp. But I told him both of those. I told him not to because high school graduation. I knew as soon as I got out of high school, I was on the trip, bro. We was senior beach week. I'm out. Ain't no reason for you to drive all the
I'm
way
out
up
of
here,
here.
and I'm out of here. Graduation for boot camp, I had already knew I was coming to Virginia for A school. I was like, don't even come. But that A school graduation, I was like, shit, you can come if you want, man. I could take a plane out there. Bro, I looked into that stands. That man was standing there with his retirement shirt, hat on. That's the last picture I actually took with my pops. Me and my dress whites he had on his retire hat, and he sat there, and he was like, "Yo, like it was so dope because he retired as a first class. He damn it was so dope for one to watch officers bow down to this man like, yo, you did it. And then he said, they was like, yo, who you here for? And he pointed at me. After I got all them awards, bruh they say, that's your son. Yup. All day, every day. Don't he look like me? No, we don't look like each other. Don't he look like me? Nope.
Bro,
But that nigga went out there and killed the game.
let me tell you something, bro. I graduated from boot camp, right?
Yeah.
And y'all know DC to Chicago's a
That's a trip.
13-hour ride,
That's a trip.
bro. My man drove my mama, my grandmama, and my sister 13 hours to come see me graduate.
Absolutely, it's a big milestone.
First thing he told me when I came out. So y'all know how the graduation go. You come out in the group and y'all do y'all
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I say, I think I gotta go across the street to Chicago. I'm gonna head to see y'all after we take the bus. He say, that's cool. I'm gonna be at the gate waiting for you. What you mean? So to me, I'm like, he's saying that shit, but he ain't gonna really beat it. Bro, when I say he was there, bro, he's arguing with the security person at the gate. Like, yo, I'm standing here waiting for my son. I'm not going nowhere.
Facts. And
Like,
what can you say to that? What can you say to that? Nothing.
Hey, you know
Nothing.
something?
it's just,
Hey, just to be real with you, bro. Like I'm listening to y'all and shit, smiling and shit, bro. Nigga, I wish I had some of them fucking memories, nigga. Like that's why I say, bro, y'all, it's people out there, bro, who really like take that shit for granted, bro.
They do. They
hell
do.
no.
I can literally just sit right here and listen to y'all all day, just talking about the shit and like shed tears behind it. Just like, damn, bro, I'm feeling that experience with y'all because like that's some shit to feel, nigga. I
It
didn't
is.
have that.
This what I had to learn. And I told y'all know I'm 24, so I'm still young. But I went through so
Young
much
ass.
shit.
Damn,
I
I
went through
thought he
so
was
much
older than
shit
me.
though.
Look,
Y'all, I'm mature as fuck. I went through so much shit that at 20, I learned like it's better to forgive and forget, or for no, it's better to forgive and not forget than just to be angry.
Exactly.
And I understand both y'all situations where y'all like I can't forgive my biological father. I understand it,
No, 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 no.
but
So I did end up forgiving him. I had to. I had to, bro. Forgiving him is what helped me cross that threshold to
exactly,
being a better being a better dad to my son, bro. Because I don't want, like I said, bro, I don't want none of the stuff that I went through. I don't want my son to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I didn't have a hard life. I look back at my high school memories, my middle school memories, college memories, bro. I had a ball, you feel me? But at the same time, I want my son to have that same ball plus more. Me being angry
bro.
at him, me being angry with him would have held that anger in, bro. Like me finally forgiving him helped me realize something. This will help me realize when it comes to these kids. These kids are kids, bro. Kids are going to be kids. And I say kids only because you got a daughter, SB, because but all of us got
All
boys.
day, every day.
You feel me? Kids are gonna be kids. There's stuff that I sat there and I used to watch my son do, bro. SB, I used to call you about this shit all the time. I watch my son do, and you be like, bro, how does that make sense? Like, it's not common sense. You feel me? And I used to be so angry about it, but I had to learn kids are going to be kids. It's common sense to me because I learned it through trial and tribulation. He has to learn it. A lot of the stuff, bro, I bullshit you not. Cam barely get whoopings nowadays. Now, if he get one, he asked for it. He done pushed every button that needed to be pushed to get to that point. But nowadays, I'll be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? He fuck up. I'll be like, it's okay. Just don't do it again.
yeah,
It killed me. It killed me one day, bro. I bullshit you not, bro. We coming in. I think we had like McDonald's or KFC or some shit. More of it is we had fast food. I know what Cam likes to drink. He loves juice, he loves tea, and he loves Sprite. He is his daddy's son. Got that man a Sprite. That man came in. Y'all see my table. My table kind of high, and he's short. That man went to put he put the his cup on the table, not realizing that something was right there. So the tape it offset the cup. Cup falls over. It's Sprite all on my floor. And I literally looked at Cam, bro. And I was instantly I got mad because I had just got done cleaning the house too. I'm like, yo, what? Cam looked at me and said, "It's okay, Daddy. We'll clean it up." And I sat back and said, "I bet." You know what I'm saying? All I could do was say bet, but that comes from the forgiveness. Like I had to forgive. I didn't forgive my biological pop for him. I could care less. I forgave him for me so that I could continue to grow as a man. Because we all know and all can attest to the fact that and I sat there and I listened to you, SB, where you said the one thing that you kept saying was, and I had to learn, and I had to learn, and I had to
I had
learn. As
learned.
a parent, I had to learn. As a parent, I had to learn. With my son, I had to learn. With my daughter, I had to learn. I fucked up with this. I fucked up with that. It's okay, bro. It's okay that you fucked
Everybody
up,
gonna make
SB.
mistakes.
It's okay that you fucked up. And I tell Mike, it's okay that you fucked up. You want to know why? Because there's no such thing as a handbook. that tells you to be the perfect parent? None. Especially a dad.
Oh,
Because us growing up, we didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like we had to grow and learn through it. But most of our people, especially people we grew up knowing and how we grew up, there's no handbook on how to be a black dad in today's society.
Hey, you know what
You gotta
though?
learn.
The,
What's
the,
that?
the funny thing is, and we're gonna start wrapping up soon, but the funny thing is, bro, there's a trend. I don't necessarily want to call it a trend because it's a really good thing that's been happening. But there are so many more fucking active fathers, bro.
Active fathers, bro.
There are
I knew
so
exactly
many
where you was
more.
going with it.
So many
It's
more
so
active fathers. Like,
and
oh,
it's crazy. It's so crazy, but I love to see it.
like the weird thing, right, is I go through this shit every year where I talk about Mother's Day, Father's Day. Well, on Mother's Day is nothing but love for mothers, right? And again,
Absolutely.
we not gonna sit right here and go back and forth about Mother's Day, Father's Day, what all the situation is. I'm just giving you a perspective.
not this episode. We're doing another
Hey, I'm trying to, yeah, not those because that's some extensive shit to go through because boy, I got my feelings about it. So
Boy,
just to kind of give you guys like a little bit of a twinkle of a light on top of like the topic, Mother's Day is glorified nationwide, worldwide, whatever situation may be.
but
Mothers,
Father's Day is the most like 19. I think
well,
it's the
see,
19th
yeah,
most celebrated
yeah,
holiday
but
in America.
nobody gives a fuck about Father's Day, right?
That's
So,
my point, bro.
right,
Think about how many holidays there is. Bro, we number 19?
right. But see, let me talk my shit,
Another
right?
episode.
Let me talk my shit,
Another
right?
episode.
So I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse of shit to talk, right? I'm gonna give y'all 60 seconds of shit. Mother's Day is celebrated nationwide or worldwide. Universally, everybody respects Mother's Day because mothers are mothers. Mothers do what mothers do, and mothers do the motherly things that fathers could never mother. Okay? They some crazy
Fact.
motherfuckers. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Yes, they
And
are. Shout out to all the mothers out there.
at the end of it,
I'm good.
at the end of Mother's Day, there's nothing you would say negative about mothers. There's not. You better not fucking give a drop of negativity on Mother's Day. You better not do anything outside of perspective of Mother's Day on Mother's
Good,
Day.
bro.
But I promise you, when Father's Day come around, mothers say Happy Father's Day to themselves. Fathers say Happy Father's Day to themselves, and that's the time to shit on any goddamn deadbeat father that around. Let me be the first one to tell you, I'm so sick of that shit.
Boy, another topic for hey, pin that in, bro. Pin that in for another episode.
I'll definitely pin it in.
Pin it in. Pin it in there. So
Let me be very clear about this shit. This episode was specifically supposed to be about how women raise boys to men, how men raise boys to men. But I'm here to tell you, it is not just the men who have to allow that shit.
it's a
When fathers,
it's a two-way street.
it is. And the only reason I brought up Father's Day is because I want people to understand like a different way of looking at it, right? If a man was, or if men decided that one year we just gonna all get on social media and say Happy Mother's Day to myself because I'm a single father, y'all would hate us.
Backlash.
Too much backlash. The fucking world was shut down. There will be a fucking economical change and fucking finances and everything under the sun, all right?
Get hit.
But the one thing that I feel like everybody would agree with is at the end of it, bro, like, bro, I don't even know how to put the shit in words, bro. Like, nobody is going to ever respect their father the way they should.
Mm-mm.
We don't get the respect we deserve.
And there are too many people like us. And while I'm so glad that maybe this is a trend or maybe this is a new way of life, that there are more fathers involved. Because like us, like we're involved fathers. We take care of our kids. Even if we go through some shit, we make sure our last dime goes to our kids. And that's just the end of it.
Absolutely.
But there's so many fathers who don't get that credit. There's so many fathers who don't get the ability to. And it sucks, all right? Just putting it out there.
Don't worry, fathers, because we're here to shed the light for y'all.
Yeah. Jock, Mike, these two outstanding men have been in their fucking kids' lives from day one.
As B has.
Even through bullshit that they may have went through, right? Even through any kind of bullshit, any kind of shit they went through with their significant other, they were always in their kid's life. You will never take it away from them. You can say whatever you want to say about them. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but we're present. But there are too many fathers who want to be in their kids' lives that can't. At some point, I need the women to start calling out their sisters and telling them, bitch, let your man come back in and be a fucking father. let that man come back and be the present father he needs to be. Because if you don't, that child is going to do something that he shouldn't do, and you're going to fucking regret it. But at the end of the day, you're going to also blame him for what that child became. Stop doing it and let that man in. I'm here to
But
tell
like
y'all, let that man in there. Let that
Bro,
man do what he got to
stop,
do.
stop allowing the behavior. So just like he just said, if you got a homegirl and she been an asshole, not trying to let the father in the kid's life, stop encouraging that shit.
fact.
I get
But
that's your girl, but don't encourage that shit.
like I also said, it takes it's a two-way street. You feel me? We also it's a beautiful thing that a lot of fathers are stepping up nowadays. But to them ones who ain't stepping up, if your homie ain't telling you you doing wrong, your homie just as much in the wrong.
Yeah,
You feel me? And that's a two. You can take that how you want it. Females, if your homie ain't telling you doing wrong by not allowing that man to be a father to his child, you wrong just as much as she is. Fellas, if you're not telling your homies to step up and be the, you know what I'm saying, you made that.
Hey,
You made that.
these my boys. I swear to God, they do something wrong, I'm on their ass. If I do something wrong, they on my ass. Y'all gotta hold this accountability. Y'all got artists out here talking about drugs, fucking bitches, and all other kind of shit. But there's always an artist that says, if I tell my niggas they need to do something, they get mad. They just need to be glad that I said something to them. Like, listen
Hello,
to that
Mo3.
shit. Mo3 said that shit. Drake said that shit. Like, there's so many people out here saying that shit, bro. Niggas, get on y'all niggas about the real shit.
Matter of fact,
bro.
funniest thing, you think artists, right? So remember, everybody was talking about how crazy Kanye was, how crazy Kanye was looking, and how he doing this, how he doing that.
Scaring his
The whole
kids,
point.
all that face advertisement and shit. That motherfucker got them kids wrapped around his fucking fingers, boy.
But at the same time, oh, he bought a house right across from Kim K. He ain't letting her move on. That nigga is doing nothing but being an active daddy. That man is like every picture he posts is with his kids.
Yep.
You feel me?
Hey,
But
man.
anyway, on another note, let's tap into some of these comments that you got, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
let's see what
I'm
let's see
gonna
what
kind of
talking
scroll
about.
back up to a couple comments I seen earlier, man. That kind of said something to me. So, um, I seen brother Phil right here. He said, man, my pops called me
What's
like,
good, bro?
yeah. Brother Phil said, man, my pops called me like two times every 3 to 4 years. Just this last 2 weeks, he called me 2 times about a manager because he found out I rap now. That's interesting. So it's a case of a father coming around when he hears about success of a child and what's going to be involved and shit, and trying to talk a little bit more. And that's pretty common, man. The Shaq dad did it. I started getting my
Yeah,
name out of basketball at one point in time before I fell off of basketball altogether. It happened. Nigga tried to
you
pop
feel me?
up then. Pretty sure Jock and Mike had the same situation, man.
Bro, let me tell you
Mhm.
something, bro. And you know, I talked to you offline, Phil. If 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 you feeling like he on some shit like that, bro, let him do what he doing. But at the same time, keep your head high. Just keep doing what you doing, bro.
The funny thing is, Phil, my biological pops did that. Like once I started becoming successful, once I stepped into this Navy shit, and I started branching out and woo, 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 he damn sure hit me up on some blah blah blah.
Yep.
Bro, I didn't need that. I don't need that now. Like I needed you to sit down and be the father that you were supposed to be all these years ago.
Yep.
Don't do it now. It's too late now.
That's facts.
I didn't. I got a pops who's telling me the rights and wrongs. I got a mom that's telling me the rights and wrongs, homies and my brother. But shout out to my brother because my brother is little does he know. My brother was also a good father figure to me as well because I watched that man grow. I watched that man. That man had he had his first son. Nehemiah. He had him at fresh out of high school. You feel me? And I watched that man turn up, and be one of the best fathers I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
nah, them don't come around when it's don't come around when it benefits you. Come around when it benefits that child.
Facts. Got another comment right here from Kiara Riddick. Riddick. She said, even as a woman, there is a big difference between the father being present and not. Don't get me wrong, I had my stepdad, but my biological parents fought a lot, and it hindered my interaction with my dad. Um, I definitely understand that, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you. I know they'll probably agree with me. My mother has been through some shit that she probably doesn't even know that I know about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mother has said some things behind doors and probably didn't even recognize I heard. But the one thing that I respect my mom for is making an effort to hide it, because
Mhm.
there's so many parents out there who don't hide the negativity that happens between the two parents, or even the parent and other people. They don't hide those issues from the kids, and a lot of times those kids start picking up on those mannerisms and those interactions with people and think it's okay. And it does affect how you interact with people, whether it be your father, your friend, the person that your mother may date next or your father may date next. It always affects them, and that's
Absolutely.
part of that's part of the issue. A lot of times it comes from directly from the parent and how they interact with people. So with that, man, like, I never got to a point where I felt like I couldn't talk to somebody. I just choose not to. It's a big difference. But I feel like if a lot of things were more obvious to me, or if my mom allowed me to see some of the things that she went through, I feel like it probably would change a lot of things about my personality and who I am. But at the end of the day, I can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, just sit right here and disagree with you, because I full heartedly agree with you. But you got Mike and Jock to say something too. So
See, way I look at it is, one, because I try my best to hide all the negativity. If anybody knows SB, you definitely know what kind of person my son's mom is, and I don't bash her. I'm not gonna talk down on her. I refuse to do that because she still is his mother. Uh, but the one thing I always let my son know, no matter what, no matter what kind of argument me and her just got into, no matter what the case is, the one thing I always make sure that he knows is, like, bruh, your mother loves you. You know what I'm saying? Your mother is she gonna try to be there for you when she can be there for you. You feel me? Like, she loves you. That's all you need to know, is she loves you, and she's fighting for you. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to, like, my step pops, my pops, uh, because I had him so early, it wasn't as bad. But I can tell you, like, in that little no, I say in that 10 to 13 range, when I was between 10 and 13. Uh, and he stationed in a whole other state or whatever. I think he was stationed in Florida at the time, and I was barely talking to him. The fact that I didn't have my biological pops, you feel me, already, he's gone. I didn't know what my mom was going through at the time, so it felt like every father figure that I'm supposed to have walked out on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to make that connection. It's hard to make a connection with somebody, and, like, even to this day, no matter who my mom dated prior to my pops, I ain't rock with until this last dude, the dude she's engaged to now. I ain't rock with it. I mean, you cool people. I'm cool with you being around. You making my mom happy, but I don't rock with you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no family to me. But then
mhm.
when I hit 14, and then I'll never forget it. This is exactly how I went with my pops. 14 years old. My sister was finna go. My sister was finna go to his house for Christmas, and he calls me. He was like, "Where your brother at?" "Oh, Jay, right here." Put me on the phone. He said, "What you doing for Christmas?" Literally, he coming to pick her up the next day. "What you doing for Christmas, man?" "I ain't got nothing planned, man." "What's up?" "You ain't got nothing planned?" "Nope." "Pack your stuff. You coming with me? You gonna be out here for 2 weeks?" Uh, right there when he said that, that was that father figure love that I needed. And I said, what was my response to him? "You said 2 weeks, right? That's how much I need to pack clothes for 2 weeks, because I got clothes for 2 weeks here." "You in Florida,
Mhm.
right?" "Yeah." So what's that weather like out there? Do I need to pack pants?" "I got pants." "I need shorts, because I know Florida. From my geography class, they told me Florida's warm. Oh, pack some pants for the morning, but it's typically warm out here, man. You coming out here?" Bet. Went and spent the Christmas in Florida. So I see where she's coming from, but at the same time, for me, like, it's a double headed sword.
Mhm.
It's, to me, it's like, and shout out wifey here. How you doing, baby? To me, it's like your parents never forgave each other, and that's where we go back to that. You gotta forgive, but not forget. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do not let the kid know what y'all going through,
Well, that's a hard point to hit right
because
there,
it's
boy.
not the kid. First off, children are never asked to be in this world,
Never.
so they don't deserve to have any type of whatever animosity y'all got going on. Should never come in between spending time with each other.
Now, the one thing I do with my son is, because my son occasionally has false hope.
Yeah.
and he'll say, he'll talk to her or whatever. He'll be talking to his mom or whatever, and then he'll get off the phone and he'll say, something like, I'll be like, I mean, shit, bro, if you want, you more than welcome to go live with your mama. You know what I'm saying? I know you need that. You need that. You need that love from your mama. You can go. He'll say, yeah, yeah. Or she said she's coming out to Virginia. Oh yeah, she comes. She comes all the time she want with you, bro. Do your thing. He'll be like, yeah, I can't wait because she gonna live with us. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, she not, pimp. That's the truth I give him. Hey, look, dog, I love you, and I'm gonna hide all the negativity from you, but you gotta take some of that negativity away from me too, because she's not living in here. You feel me? But other than that, that kind of negative, I don't even consider that negative. I just call I call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Hey, son, like that aspect, I don't want you to get your hopes up on that.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But you know what I'm saying? As far as like, is there a possibility that we live in the same state again? Yeah. Same city? Probably. Will you be able to see both of your parents at all times? If that happens, absolutely. If that happens, absolutely. But as far as like us moving back in, you can go move in with her. I won't bat an eye. I'm still gonna take care of you. You still my son. I'm still gonna get my time with you. But as far as me moving back in, not gonna happen.
It's facts. All right, so I got a couple here.
When
I
that
want to
comment
kind of
you
read
got
into.
the
I got a couple of them. So I got a couple from Quayla actually. So Quayla
Hey, your
Bishop.
mic's muted, bro.
Shit.
yo.
Oh, my fault. So I got a couple from Quayla Bishop. So the first one I see from her is my situation with being a single mother of two girls. Their father don't help financially, but tries. But he always makes sure, always in all caps, by the way, always makes sure he's there for them, even if it's his last. He'll make sure he's present, and I also make sure that I make it easy for him to be present, although we don't always agree with each other, and put the kids above our feelings for each other. So I'm
That's
here
a good way to
to
go.
I'm here to tell you that's some dope shit.
Go ahead and give her a round of
Give
applause.
me pat yourself on the back for that one if you still in here.
Hey,
Because we don't have it's not a lot of women like that. You're understanding his situation. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
You letting
sometimes
him go through what he gonna go through, but you still letting him do what he needs to do.
now
you let him grow and be a man, but you also let him be a parent. You let him be a father.
absolutely. So look, Quayla, I'm gonna tell you something right here, like straightforward. Um, Again, this ain't shit to bash nobody because we all gotta grow. We all have to grow in our own way. My first child was my son, and my child's mother, again, Jock can attest to it. Jock was there. This is around the time me and him was going through the same similar situation. But just to speak on this specific thing, there was a lot of tension. There was a lot of anger and a lot of everything kind of in between that relationship. It was hella toxic, all right? And I'm here to tell you, like, damn, that's a touchy topic for me, bro. That situation in itself was so toxic that it was almost too toxic for a child to be in the middle of. And to me, it felt like, I don't know, man. Like it kind of felt like I was responsible, but then it's also like that other person's responsible too because everybody got to take accountability. And what I mean by that is, in that moment, I was with my child's mother, my son's mother at the time, and we were arguing about everything. And like we knew we weren't supposed to get like that's a crazy thing. We knew we were not meant to be together. We knew we weren't supposed to be together. But it's like we were just holding on for the wrong reason, and that wrong reason was for a child. And things got so bad to the point where cologne bottles being thrown and police being called and arguing at the top of our lungs, hands getting put on people and shit. Not saying who did what, but you know what I'm saying. Just saying it wasn't me because I don't hit women.
Shady. It gets shady outside the clouds. Just
look, but look, it's all fair game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own shit. Fuck y'all, man. But look, it's all a fair game. Like every female has their own way of responding to certain things, and I don't. At the time, I was pissed off about it. At the time, I had everything against it. But at the end of the day, I can kind of understand why. Because at the time, she wasn't ready. Hell, I wasn't ready. That's why I said I just became a man, so to speak, recently. Like, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to really... I wanted to say I became a man when my son got here, but I can't. Like, at the time, I would have told you all that. No, I'm a grown-ass man. I pay bills. I take care of my kid, but that ain't it. You know what I mean? But now, I had to realize like, yo, like there's more to this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was so much tension to the point where we couldn't be in the same room together. And when you have that shit, my personal feeling was I probably won't see my son if I leave him in Virginia. So I need to take him back to Georgia so I'll be able to see my son. Will she care? Will it affect her? Yes. But it affected her at a different time and it affected her in a different way. Because truthfully, she never wanted her son to go away. She never wanted my son to be away from her so long and for an extended period of time because it's still her son at the end of the day. She wanted me to still stay in Virginia, but I couldn't do it because I had no job at the time. We had just moved there. We were 3 months in. I was still looking for a job short on paper. Like everything was wrong for me. So I had to make shit work. But in order to make shit work, I had to bring him back with me where he had a bigger support base. But at the time up, I knew I would never hold him away from her. But I always felt like she was so pissed off of me and hated me so much, given if I was right or wrong in the situation or indifferent. She would never let me see my son. So I respect you 10 times more because you are actively saying, even though there is an issue between me and him, that has nothing to do with our kid because at the end of the day, our kid's future is a lot more important than what me and you have on a personal level. Because we ain't together, we ain't fucking no more, we ain't sleeping together no more. It takes a grown ass woman, it takes a grown ass man to get past differences. And y'all can argue that same fucking morning. And as long as that kid gets into that car at 12 o'clock p.m. and hops in that back seat, strapped in that car seat, strapped in that booster seat, strapped in that fucking seatbelt, and rides on with his fucking daddy, he does what he has to do and he stays with that child as long as he's supposed to, there's no issue. And there's not many women that do that shit. There's not many
Hey,
men
Justin,
that do that shit.
hey, SB, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You said you became a man a month ago. You became a man when you went through that situation, bro. And the reason I say that is because you knew at the time what was better for your son, and you made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Don't
I
ever
remember that.
downplay yourself for things like that, because a lot of things that, and I say men, because women don't do it a lot, but men won't realize a better situation for the kid, and we'll only realize what's better for us.
That's
So
facts.
realizing what's better for the child, boy or girl, realizing what's better at that moment and to put them in a better situation, even if it's across country and you gotta fly to go see them, but it's a better situation. It speaks volumes because you put your child in that
Your
situation
child.
to grow better, and put you in that situation to grow better, and put you in that situation to become a better person, and put your child in a situation not to have to struggle and not to have to worry about things that they don't have to worry about.
And I can attest to it in the fact of because I remember that situation, bro. I remember your whole situation. Like you said, we was together hip to hip. So when you did leave and you went back home or whatever, you absolutely did what was best for Joe.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because I remember us talking about it. I remember us talking about it back then when it happened or whatever. You when you went back, it wasn't you was going back to take Joe from her, but it was going because you knew y'all weren't together no more. Um, that breaks the support system that she didn't really have that support system yet out here. I remember that. I remember that. So when the move that you made, you went back and then you developed a great support system for Joe. Well, you already had the support system for Joe in Atlanta. You did what you had to do, and then y'all come back, reconvene. She builds herself up. She gets herself together and all that. Reconvene, and now you made a grown up decision. You made a bossed up decision where you said, "All right, cool, absolutely. You still need your mother in your life, Joe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you up there for the school year, and I'm gonna take you during the summer. Up there during the school year, you go kick it with your mama. It's perfect for her because while she's at work, you at school. Y'all get the weekend or whatever. Y'all get after school and all that good time together. During the summertime, you'll be here with me. And what did you do this year? You was up here for his graduation, packed him up, said, all right, the summertime, it's our time now. You brought him back. He with you now. You doing your thing, bro. You bossed up a long time ago, bro. You manned up a long time ago. Little do you know
You
now.
remember about one
Wait,
thing ago, dog.
now what?
That's it.
I'm not gonna take away from the fact that, like you said it was 4 weeks ago, in which you felt like you became a man. That's when you felt it. That's cool. I'm not gonna downplay your feeling. That's a great feeling when you feel it. So take that and embrace that.
Embrace
But
it.
outsider looking in, being your brother, as long as I've known you, you was a man a long time ago, bro.
Yeah.
You just now,
Yeah.
what it is now is it's now you look
Feeling.
in the mirror and you see it. You can
Yeah.
see what I've been seeing for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can
So
see.
don't.
You're finally seeing. It's like, and it's gonna be weird. It, it's like working out, losing the weight. That first week, nobody sees it. By third week, you see it, but maybe nobody else sees it.
It's vice versa. It's vice versa
It's
because
vice
what it is,
versa though,
it's
because we saw,
on
we
week
see
three,
it and you didn't.
everybody else sees it. When on week 3 of working out, everybody else sees it. You don't see it, and
Right.
then on month 6 though, you could go happen to look at that picture from that first week of working out, and you like, oh shit, there it goes. That's all you did.
That's all
But
it was.
yours was a time frame. All of us seen it. I seen it a long time ago. Hell, she seen it a long time ago. She can't knock you for it. But then what happened was you just ran into a situation to where it made you think, what would you have done 5 years ago?
Right.
Yep.
And now you see the results of you became a man a long time ago. It's just now it's hitting you in the face.
First thing.
I'm here to tell y'all, but the one thing that I have learned, and not again, not saying I'm a mother, not saying I'm even close to being a mother, but the one thing that I could actually say that I can 100% understand with mothers is detachment and attachment issues.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had my son from the age of 1 to 4.
Birth to 4.
Like, yeah, essentially, yeah, birth to like 4.5 ish. And even though like the first year was like co-parented within the same household, realistically, I still had him for that long. And up until 4.5, up to 5, he's been with his mother. And I don't think a lot of men understand it. Like Jock, if it was to happen to you, you would understand. Mike, if it was to happen to you, you would understand. Um, but there's a different feeling when you're the primary parent for so long, and for so many reasons why I get on my boys. Like for my boys that actually have kids, I get on their ass even when I know I can't do the 1,001 things that I want to do for my kids all the time. The things that I can do and that I'm capable of doing, I make sure that I do. I
Mm-hmm.
do it. You know what I mean? But when I had to make that hard decision for my son to go back to Virginia, literally 719 miles, I believe. That's 9.5, 10.5 hours if it's traffic. That drive, it's a drive that I can make, but it hurt my fucking feelings, bro. And I don't think people understand like the difference between being in pain and having your feelings hurt is completely different. My nigga,
I,
if I miss a jump shot and I'm hot and I lose the game with a game winning basket, I'm upset. If I get hit in the face, I'm mad. If I lose a family member, I'm sad. If I happen to let something fall to the wayside that I shouldn't have, I'm disappointed. But my feelings were hurt when I had to let him go back. And it wasn't because his mother was getting him back, and it wasn't because he was going back with his mother. It was because he was he was my best friend, and I didn't even realize it. And that's
see,
what so many mothers feel, and I didn't know that shit.
I can tell you, I felt that. I felt that before when remember I had Cam 1. He was 1, 2 when I left. No, he was turning 2, but I had to go on deployment. Did 10 months without him. 10 strong months without seeing him at all. Seeing pictures, a few video calls here and there. But that feeling hurt. That feeling waking up in that rack, no sun, no nothing, bro. There was nights where I legit couldn't sleep on deployment. So I was literally just scrolling through my my photo gallery, bro, looking at pictures that I took when we was together. I know that hurt feeling. That feeling hurts. But what trumps that feeling though was which probably happened to you 4 weeks ago when you drove up here for Joe's graduation was when you got him back.
Boy, hey, boy.
Saying
Ooh,
like,
boy.
boy, I missed you, dog.
Ooh,
That I
boy.
missed you, look, that
Hey,
big grand. Hey, that shit is something
hey,
different.
y'all, excuse my hoochie daddy shorts. Look, I swear to God, no bullshit. I gotta make sure I hit
That
everything. Hey,
little
look,
ass short.
I swear to God, hey, boy, my thigh is crazy as hell. Boy, look, I got the muscle hole. Boy, stop playing with me. But hey, look, my son was at the car. He stopped. He said, I said, oh yeah, that's my boy right there. Walked up there like they heard. That boy said, hey, nigga, boy, I swear to God, let me tell you something. I damn near cried, bro. I was so fucking happy. Look,
Boy, what?
nigga, there's no fucking better feeling than seeing my
Then
fucking
reunite.
kids, bro.
Then reuniting with your kids, bro. Except the only difference I got, bro, because when I'm telling you, like, that first time I seen Cam after deployment, bro, I hit that corner because he didn't even know I was home. I hit that corner to pick up, and he looked, and his mouth dropped, them eyes, boom, Daddy, and ran and jumped in my arms. Only one time I wanted to give him back. As soon as I picked him up, I'm like, "What's up, boy? I missed you." He hugged me and stuff, and he said, "Daddy, what's up, son? Can you change my diaper? Get off me, nigga." But little did I know. I did know. In that moment when he asked me that, bro, because I changed him. Of course, I ain't changed a diaper in over 10 months. I changed him, but I guarantee you that right there sparked the evolution to where it went from
Diapers,
Daddy, can you change my diaper to hey, bro,
go
it's
sit
time
that
to
ass
go
on
get
the
on that
toilet.
toilet. It started something, bro. It made me feel good to know that I was there to potty train him now.
Yeah.
I potty trained him. You feel me? I potty trained him. He got him up out of diapers and put drawers on him and stuff. He been good since. But I understand that feeling, that leaving, but that comeback, that reunite, that motherfucker hit so different.
Yeah, bro.
That's love, bro.
Definitely love, bro.
That's love.
And listen, man. So Quayla also said my situation was similar because their father lived in Florida. He would drive and fly out multiple times to make sure he was present for birthdays and stuff. So I definitely give credit where it's due. Yeah.
Respect.
Hey, what's that young man's name, bro? What's his name, bro?
Respect.
You still watching? Shout out to whatever that man's name is, bro.
Shout out to him.
Oh, this Quayla. This Quayla Bishop.
I know this.
Don't worry. I'll see you at work tomorrow. Shout out to him.
I said, when I see you at work, I'm gonna tell you, shout out to your baby daddy. He doing what the fuck he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Yup.
facts. A lot of niggas don't get that credit though, Quayla. Seriously, because there's so many niggas out here that do the same shit that he does, and they underappreciate and undervalue because they can't do more. And I'm here to tell you, bro, every man is not a millionaire. Everybody ain't Future. Everybody ain't Russell Wilson. Everybody can't be Kevin Samuels. Everybody can't be like all these other wealthy people. There are some of us that are the average Joe. You know what I mean? I ain't the richest nigga, but I do what I can. Jock ain't the richest nigga. Mike ain't the richest nigga, but we do what we can. You know what I mean? And
Don't let Mike fool you. Mike rich on the low.
hey, I'm trying to tell you, look, a lot of times you. Hey, Joe, let tonight out. I'm here to tell you, man.
Yeah,
like, nah, I ain't gonna cuss
That's
him
that
out.
That boy.
Let's talk about that room.
I know that look anyway. What you say? Hey, don't worry, I'll be off in a minute. Don't worry, I'll be off in a minute. I got something for you.
He like,
Hey,
like
look.
as soon as I get on the podcast, I'm gonna whoop that ass.
Hey, look, man. Look, I'm just here to tell you, man. Like, a lot of females don't understand. Like, sometimes, it's okay to tell your man thank you. It's okay to tell him you appreciate him. Like, giving, like, we don't go out looking for a thank you or a reason to be a father and shit like that. But sometimes it does feel good just to hear it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I can attest to you. Like like I had to break down. Like I had to be vulnerable. I had to literally say like one time, I actually need somebody to tell me like thank you for being here. Thank you for being a great father. Something because like I went 4 years without hearing that shit once. You know what I mean? And a mother is told that shit on a daily basis in so many ways. Again, it's not to say I need somebody to tell me I'm a great father. It's not somebody I need somebody to tell me I'm a good father. It's not I don't need somebody to tell me what I've done. I just need somebody to give me that extra push and motivation because that shit gets me through because I don't get to hear that shit from nobody else. So
Right,
ladies, when y'all talking to y'all man, when y'all loving on him, when y'all cuddling, when y'all want all this attention, give him that same attention. But don't give him that attention that the next bitch is gonna give him. Oh, sorry, word slip. The next female, the next female wants to give him like because every next female is gonna always want to outshine you. They want to tell the man everything that he's doing right so they can get your position because that's what they want to do. But it's only temporary when they give them words. But the important thing is to tell your man, I love you, I appreciate you, I thank you, I cherish you, I worship you, And you don't have to necessarily worship someone to the point where you're kissing the ground they walk on, but just tell them thank you, because there are other niggas who ain't there. There are other niggas who don't want to be there, and there are other niggas who ain't gonna be there. But that nigga chose to be there. You know what I mean? Please let these men know, man. These men deserve some kind of thank you. Even if you don't physically say thank you, you tell that man to sit down on his lazy boy, kick his feet up, play that video game, or watch his TV show. Get a glass of wine, drink him some shots, get him some liquor, get him a cigar, get him some weed, whatever you gotta do. Tell that man thank you some kind of way. I don't give a fuck if you gotta suck that man dick, you know what I'm saying? You know?
Hey,
Look, get down on him. Do what you gotta do.
I say it like this to touch on what he said. Us men, we are simplistic creatures. We are so simple. We are. It's so crazy how simple we are.
Don't believe it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
they think we joking, boy.
No, we are so simple. Like, we can't read your mind, but if you tell us,
we know.
Hey, babe, I just don't like how, you know what I'm saying, you scratch your foot with your other foot. All right, babe, I won't do it around you. Man, it's so simple.
Nah, you can't use that example because I'm gonna be like, what you mean? It's my foot.
But I'm just saying, like, we're JoJo.
JoJo, what's good, my boy?
We so simple, you feel me? Like, and with that being said, just as simple as hey, I appreciate everything you do. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a great job. You're a great man, great father, whatever the case may be. Even if they're not a father, great man, or I appreciate how you go to work. Something so simple as just telling us goes a long way.
Yeah.
The little one said hello too, y'all.
What's up, baby girl?
Hello, mom.
Like, we saying that like they could hear us.
Yay.
Nah, but let's go ahead and wrap it up, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We damn sure went over.
Yeah. Look, that's what I said, boy. Hey, this shit can get real, man. Look.
Get real.
All right, you want to come back?
Hey.
All right, man. Look, hey, for everybody that stopped in, man, I definitely appreciate you. For anybody tuning in after the fact, man, love you guys. I definitely thank you for the support. I'm pretty sure my guys thank you for the support as well, man.
Absolutely.
Again, this is just the first episode, man. It's gonna be plenty more to come. If y'all would like, man, at any point in time, man, in the I believe in the description there may be a link to our link tree. It gives you all the links to all the social media, links to our Anchor, which on Anchor, we're going to always drop the audio version on the next day, if not the day after. But we're going to, once I get the schedule and everything up, man, I'll be able to tell everybody when the listen's going to be. But every Sunday, as of right now, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is going to be our podcast time every single Sunday, man. We definitely look forward to hearing from y'all all the time, every time. Again, we're going to have engagement at the end of each podcast, just like we did just now. Answer any questions, get feedback from y'all, read y'all comments and everything, man. So again, much love to y'all. Again, my name is Justice SB, whatever y'all want to call me, man. I'll let Jock and Mike say they final words before we get up out of here, though.
Most definitely, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. If you can't reach us through the podcast sites, feel free to hit out all of our own individual social medias. We have our own little group chat in which we discuss stuff. So if you hit me up individually, I 9 times out of 10 I'm putting it in the group chat so that we can all see it, we can all discuss it, all that, whatever. I appreciate everybody that stopped by, all the feedback, good or bad. I didn't get to read all the comments. Justice got them all over there. But yeah, tune in next week. I'll definitely see y'all next weekend, man.
Hey, man, thank y'all for stalking through, bro. That's all we wanted was y'all to tune in and show out with us, dog. First episode with plenty more to come. Don't be shy. If you feel like you want to talk about something, let us know. Put it out there. Follow us on all social media platforms, all the individual accounts, and all the THA Gentlemen's Club podcast on all
Gentlemen.
Absolutely. Hey, all social media handles is THAGC. That's G as in gentlemen's, C as in club podcast on all platforms. At THAGC podcast on all platforms. You can also follow us individually. I let my boy shout theirs out too. My personal social media is going to be SGodSB. That's SG as in gentleman, OD as in dog, SB. That's on all platforms as well. You can also find our Gentleman Club Facebook as well at the GC Podcast as well. But yeah, my personal social media is SGODSB everywhere.
Yeah, my personal. If you don't follow me already, go follow me. The TikTok is the real Jock TheRealJock. Every other social media platform is the Jockumentary TheJockmentary.
Yo, y'all already know. It's your boy Mike.
Nigga, don't nobody
No,
know you.
TikTok. Hey, TikTok is Daddy Mike 202. Shout out DC. Instagram ball out Mike underscore. Twitter ball out Mike 123, man. Follow us up, man. Let's go.
Absolutely,
On
man.
another note to you fellas, I enjoyed this first episode. This episode was lit. Shout out to y'all.
Absolute, bro. Absolute. I'm getting them bombs back
My
out.
cup's empty now. I just
I
drunk
know.
all morning.
Hey, bring some of that Crown over.
Oh, hold on. Y'all know what I'm rocking with.
Oh, he got that red. Oh, that Johnny Walker.
Hey.
He ain't gonna play with me like I ain't stopped, though.
Hey, don't make me go to my bar over there now. I got a couple more
man.
that you ain't seen yet. I just had that Leon in that cup.
But man, shout out to y'all, man.
I can't wait till next week.
Hey, absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, by the way, man, we do have a Discord. If y'all are familiar with what Discord is, man, Discord is pretty much another social media that people use to just communicate. There is a room in there for everybody to just go in and have like a personal chat conversation where it's text only. You can talk to other people in the community, give feedback on the previous episode or the episode while it's broadcasting live. You can also have the opportunity. There's another channel in there where you can actually video call different people, or not necessarily individually, but you can actually go into a video call with other people. Whether you have your camera on or off, you can talk by voice instead of by text, just like we are right now. And there's also another one in there where you can actually just drop in questions that you maybe want to hear on the next episode or episodes in the future, man. But other than that, man, you if you get it out Twitter, get it out TikTok, if you get it pretty much anything else, man, you want to send a video in so we can respond to it or whatever the situation may be, or even just give suggestions for next topics. Love to hear from you guys, man. We definitely want the feedback all the time, anytime. And we always definitely be taking those topics at any time, man. So feel free to reach out anytime, man, like I said.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. But without further ado, man, once again, thank everybody. We love y'all. We definitely appreciate the support. But until next week, once again, man, next Sunday, 12 o'clock p.m., be here.
You have been in with the Gentlemen's Club.
Yes, sir. We out, man.